right. Looks like we are live. What is good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the stream. Today we got a great show for you guys. Very excited to talk about video games and maybe some more. We'll see. But welcome to the stream, guys. I hope you guys had a great weekend. It is going to be another jam-packed week leading up till the fall. Obviously, leading up to High Rewards. Oh my gosh, can I speak? Leading up to Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. Let me get my Zelda games straight here. So let's go. Big love to Dior with the 45 months. And then also Nightshade with the 52 months. Long-term Elite Ninjas. Thank you guys so much for your long-term support. I really appreciate that. Seriously, like, I was testing out different lights. It's so funny. I got these nice 4 lights built into the ceiling, and I was testing them out, and all of them still aren't as good as this light that I have right here with this specific bulb. It's crazy, and I still haven't went to there to go change it. So it's just crazy how sometimes your old stuff just works better. That even with the flickering, it still looks better and gives better vibes than all this. Hold up, I got the wrong background layout here. Hold up, guys, give me 1 second. Here we go. Yeah, we gotta switch it up. There we go. That was from the Spawncast. So it's crazy, man. Yo, DeAndre with the $2 Canadian. I got my 4K monitor yesterday. Arceus Battle theme. All right, let's go. 4K monitor. So have you tested it out? How do you like it so far? Is it a big upgrade over what you currently have or what you had? Let's go. Shout outs. Let's get the Arceus Battle theme going as well. Appreciate that. Shout outs to DeAndre. All right, Arceus Battle theme. Big love to my man DeAndre. You are now the Hokage and streaming your first dono of the stream. Let's go. Remember, if you drop that dono, make sure you get your music request in. Be more than happy to play that for you. Thank you so much, Mr. DeAndre, a man from up north. Appreciate you with the 2. Shout outs to my man once again, Dior. Let's go over some more shout outs though. A lot of you guys here in the chat hanging out. Make sure you hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button yet, hit that like button. Let them know how we doing. Appreciate you guys. Big love to DeAndre. All right. Party Man Jamboree. Exalted Donut. Flightius. Sortable Shelf. Joseph S. Brooke Barnes. Sweet Life of Dio Brando. What is good? Emerson SSB. George FT. Drew Arco. Life Will Change. The monitor is nice. I've never had one before. Okay, let's go. I'm expecting a 90+ rating for Echoes of Wisdom. I don't know if it's going to be a 90+ rated game. I mean, I think it definitely could get close. If you're looking at Link's Awakening, I mean, don't expect it. Don't expect it. I wouldn't expect it. All right? I wouldn't expect it. I mean, it's possible. But if you look at Link's Awakening, now this game looks to be better than Link's Awakening, to be fair. All right? Is this the right song? DeAndre? So Link's, I think, was like 80, 86 or something. Okay, 87. So 87. Yo, and that's it with the Udapudos! Blast!
Happy Labor Day donation for you.
Yes, sir.
Getting a lot of exporting done, so I'll be here on the streams today.
Yes, sir.
But I'm going to get a lot of the heavy part done, and then it's on to the last 2 stages before completion. F-Zero open tracks and Metroid any track.
Let's go. Thank you so much to my man Vincent with the big $29.64. Y'all give Vincent, long time Elite Ninja. Roundtable, of course. Give him some love in the chat for the Udobudos. The Xenoblade 3 Blast. Let's go. Going Udobudos for him. Let's get it. Thank you so much, Mr. Vincent. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for the support, guys. It really means the world and a half to me as we keep things going here. As YouTube says, you guys, you like ad revenue? Well, we don't. Shout outs. Thank you guys for supporting the live streams. I appreciate that. Yo, Brendan Christensen with the 43 months says happy Labor Day. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're going to give you 3 JoJo's on that one. We're going to give you 3 JoJo's on that one, Bad Cent. Let's go. Pretty much $30. Thank you for the big dono, man. We got that triple JoJo for you. Let's get that music popping, though. F-Zero. F-Zero and then Metroid music. F-Zero and Metroid music. Can we get like a combination? This is interesting. Here's a mix between the two. F-Zero and Metroid mixed together. How about this? Let's go. I've never heard this one before. Somebody did a custom mix. Shout outs to Vadcent. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Big love to Vadcent. Also, big love to Dingo on my 40. Thank you for the 53 months of tune-in tier pledge. Thank you so much, man. Anybody that has 2964, you can beat up Vadcent on the board. Time up. Let's get it. Let's go. Shout outs to Brennan. Shout outs to Dingo, longtime Elite Ninjas. Blue EX, what's good? Nintendo just dropped the full trailer of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. They just dropped the full trailer. I don't think it was a full trailer. I think it was a commercial for it. They dropped the full trailer last week. So yeah, from what I can understand. So I don't think it was a full trailer. I think you're talking about basically the Echoes of Wisdom, Save Hyrule Your Way commercial, essentially. But the full trailer that they got, that was 3 days ago, which we did cover. And we went over that. Like, we went over all that stuff. But that was 3 days ago that they dropped that. That was for, like, PAX. What you're talking about is definitely the newest one. But, yeah, if you're talking about, like, the big trailer that showed off all the other stuff, like, that was 3 days ago. So they didn't just drop that. They just dropped about an hour ago, though, like, yeah, a trailer, Save Hyrule Your Way trailer for Echoes of Wisdom, which we can check out. But it's all good. Let's hear. Jason, what's up? Star Fox Adventure 2. There will be no Star Fox Adventure 2. There will be no Star Fox Adventure 2. I think there's going to be a new Star Fox, though. But we'll see. Shout outs to Bad Scent. Yeah, it's a mix. It's a mix. Let's go. Astral's off the chain. Hey, what's up, Astral's off the chain? Been a while, dude. Long time no see. What's up, Dave in Games? Lucette. 7th Hokage. What is good? Welcome to the stream. But yeah, anybody here expecting a 90+ and Game of the Year nomination at the Keeley Awards? What do you guys think? You think that's possible? I think it's possible. The new Zelda trailer looked pretty good. It looked pretty good. New Echoes of Wisdom trailer. It looked good. But I mean, I don't know. So I think 87 for Link's Awakening. A little bit of that, you know, iterative, but still new, you know, attachment to it. And it's not surprising anymore. We know that art style. So I think they're going to go a little bit more reserved. They're going to go with the 8.5s. They're going to go with like the 8s and the 8.5s, maybe a 9. I mean, unless the story is exceptional. I think if the story is exceptional, then obviously that's very, it could do more. So we'll see for sure. We will see for sure. Let's see. I hope it's Star Fox with regular controls, not Wii U controls. Well, considering that Star Fox, I'm considering it's not a Wii U game, Emerson, I don't think it'd be Wii U controls when the Switch isn't a Wii U. So I don't think you have to worry about Wii U controls when Nintendo does not make the Wii U anymore. So, I mean, although if it was made for the Wii U, Emerson, you might have to worry about Wii U controls. But I mean, if it's made for the, obviously it won't be the Switch 1. If it's made for the Switch 2, I mean, I doubt it would be Wii U controls because it's not a Wii U. See, you think Platinum will make Astral Chain 2? The first one only sold 1 million. It actually sold over 1 million. 1.3 plus. And it's actually one of their second most successful game of all time. It's up to Nintendo to decide whether they're going to make another one or not. But yeah, it was profitable, so I think they'll make another one. Based off of what Platinum Games said. And Tura-san starting development of a game back in 2021, which many are suspecting is Astral Chain 2. So yeah, I think so. Everything doesn't need to sell 10 million copies for it to be successful or to get more. Astral Chain is one of those games to where it wasn't like a massive budget game. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was expensive, but a million units was more than enough in addition to actually being profitable for them. It actually sold above expectations according to them. They didn't really think it would sell even that good. They were probably anticipating maybe about, probably like 700, 800,000, somewhere in that range because it's a new IP, right? probably like 500,000 to 800,000, and it actually ended up selling 1.3 million plus. So yeah, I think we'll see another one. Hey, what's up, John Foster? Welcome to the stream. Maybe the reformed Argonaut software has ideas for Star Fox. They were formed by a lot of people who made the original SNES game. I don't think they're going to really be involved with it if they do another Star Fox. I think Nintendo will find somebody else, but you never know. Let's see here. We've been out of the direct hype now, and PS fanboys still melting over Falcom releasing their games for first for Nintendo now. I don't know what they expected, how Sony's screwing over Japan. Yeah, a lot of people don't see it that way. A lot of people see it as PlayStation fans still supporting that, which I think that is true to a degree. I think PlayStation fans still support Legend of Heroes games overall. But yeah, I mean, obviously, if you look at like the trend, right? The trend is, you know, Switch does big numbers, and if you do an exclusive on Switch, you get Nintendo's attention more, right? They got their game in the Nintendo Direct, which I think they usually get their games in Nintendo Direct, but they got their game highlighted in Nintendo Direct, and Nintendo will do marketing. They will give you better positioning and all sorts of stuff, right? Like, you know, and maybe they were looking even like at, I mean, I doubt this, but let's just say, hypothetically, they're looking at something like Octopath Traveler, right? Like where that sold a lot better just simply being as an exclusive compared to Octopath Traveler 2 being multiplat, but there's various other reasons why that's the case too. I mean, it's not just because it was multiplat, obviously. But I think maybe they're thinking something along the lines of, hey, maybe we can, with that huge install base, if we just focus in and just focus on this, maybe we can get more sales than what we usually get. And of course, Nintendo will be highlighting us at every single direct, every single, you know, every single event. So I'm guessing that's what's happening there. But once again, I don't know. It could just be, I mean, who knows at this point. They might have found that it's easier to develop too on Switch compared to PlayStation and Xbox. Or sorry, compared to PlayStation and PC. They might have got enough experience now, so that could be it as well. Lower cost. I mean, I don't know. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, Party Man Jamboree? What's up, Zenji? What's up, 7DO? What's up, Cutslanova? What's up, Mega Lee? Shout out Sortable Shelf, Flydius. Nintendo recommended Ubisoft to release Mario + Rabbids on Switch successor. So I bet they did the same thing for Astral Chain 2 Switch successor. I mean, there's a difference between like recommending and it's just a natural progression of things, right? I think Astral Chain 2, I don't think there was like, okay, like, you know, we're gonna do it on Switch 1 and then no, let's do it. I think it's just more like it wasn't never gonna be a Switch 1 game. They knew that, hey, look, 2019, they weren't gonna make another one right away, so it was just gonna be a natural, okay, it's probably gonna be Switch 2. Whereas like Mario + Rabbids, it was like they told them like, hey, you know, just wait, and then they're like, because they already developed it, they already started developing it, you know, like almost right away. So they told them wait, and then Ubisoft said no. So I don't know if it's the same scenario. Like I don't think the same thing happened, but I see what you're saying, right? But I don't think the same thing. That they're developing Astral Chain 1 for Switch 1, or sorry, Astral Chain 2 for Switch 1. They're also like, no, wait for the next thing. Nintendo's the publisher. Nintendo owns the IP. So I don't think that discussion would have never even been. It would have never been happening in the first place because Nintendo controls where it goes and when, where, how, and why it goes. You know. So yeah, I don't think it was the same scenario. Compared to that, but yeah. What is the next Nintendo Switch successor called? Ethan, if we knew what it was called, don't you think we'd be saying what the name was? Ethan, or are you telling me to guess what the name will be? But I mean, like, I don't know what it's called, obviously. But I mean, if you want me to guess the name, sure. If you're asking what do you think it's gonna be named, I can answer that question for you. But I don't know what the name is. Let's see here. Damn, just noticed hey, shout outs, Elias. Yo, shout outs to the Pure Eyes. Let's go. Do you think that footage of Trail's game was running on Switch? Look, no. Can we stop saying stuff like that, guys? No. No, it didn't look too nice. Why do you guys think the Switch is like freaking a potato? Why do you guys think it can't do anime graphics? Like, that's insane, Vladius. Why do people say that? It wasn't anything. It didn't look too nice for Switch 1. That's ridiculous. Have you not seen Breath of the Wild? Have you not seen Tears of the Kingdom, Astral Chain? Have you not seen Dragon Quest? Have you not seen Dragon Quest 11? Have you not seen Atelier? Have you not seen all these other games that have anime or cell shaded graphics that look just as good or better? Come on now, guys. Let's not do this. Let's not do this. Every day I have somebody come here saying it looked too good. How? Based off of what? Now let me know if it looks better than, if it looks like way better than Dragon Quest and has a world bigger than Dragon Quest 11, or if it looks way better than Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom and has a world bigger than that, then okay. But I mean, come on now, it just looked like a Legend of Heroes game, but clean. It looked like Legend of Heroes. It looked good. Don't get me wrong, Claudius. I'm not trying to hate, but I mean, let's be real here. Are we not? Haven't you seen the other games on the Switch? Are you trying to tell me that Legend of Heroes game looks way better than all the best looking games on Switch? I don't think so. Come on now. Come on now, guys. They said it was for Switch 1. It's Switch 1. The trailer Switch 1. They're not doing stuff like that, guys. They're not doing stuff like that. Come on now. I have no idea how much Echoes of Wisdom is going to sell, and I'm not going to make any predictions, you know, overall right now. And I have no idea how much it's going to sell. I mean, listen, it's probably going to do well. I'd probably say it's going to sell at least, you know, right off the bat, first month, a few million. But I don't know, like, what the end result is right now. I have no idea. I don't think anybody does. No, I'm not trying to be mean, Flightiest. It's just that every stream we have somebody come in and say, "Is that Switch 2? Is that Switch 2? Is that Switch 2?" And it looks too good. It's like, how? It does not look that great. It does not look that great compared to the best. Like, it looks good. Don't get me wrong. It looks good. But it does not look so much better than the best that Switch has done yet. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get it. Let's see here, because many Trails fans said that apparently. That's look, listen, Trails fans, they're weird. Then they're weird. That's weird. If you're gonna look at that game and say, "Oh my gosh, it looks too good for the system," that's insane. Because that means you're saying it looks better than Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. It does not. It does not. You're saying it looks way better than Astral Chain. It does not. It does not. Let's see here. Well, I was basing it on how the other Falcom games looked on Switch. Yeah, I understand that, but you should base it on what the system can do, not how other Falcom games look on there. You should base it on what. So if they spend more time on the graphics and more effort instead of it being not as much, then they can get better results. So you should base it on. You should look at it like, okay, well, what can the system do in the first place? Like the max, not, oh, well, these other games that they spent less time on or that were ports that they're not focused on. It's an exclusive, so it's the native, like, they're developing for the Switch. They're not porting the game over from something else. It's being developed for the Switch first and foremost. So clearly it's going to get more attention than ports of the, you know, PS4 versions or whatever the case is, right? So you got to look at it that way. Not like, oh, well, look at the other games, on like the other Falcom games. I mean, yeah, the other Falcom games, they're not spending as much time. Those are ports for the most part. I mean, they've got in-house development kits for them, but those games are based off of PS4, you know? This one's actually focusing on the Switch. This one, and they're building it from the ground up. So it's a bit different than the other games. I think Metroid Prime is debatable, the best looking Switch game, and the Switch original, not Switch 2. Metroid Prime is debatable. I don't think it is personally, but it's definitely debatable. Other Falcom games were ports, while this one is East 10 are Switch games first. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't compare it to games made like Lacrimosa of Dana or Ease 9 Monstrum or these type of other games. So you got to look at it. And Ease 10, that game definitely, the graphics don't necessarily look great, but that game is pretty massive. Like, it's got like a bunch of like ship combat and like, it's a pretty big game overall in terms of like the land size and all that. So they definitely made some compromises, because even like PlayStation players were complaining about the graphics in that game. So this Trails in the Sky looks like East 10. It doesn't quite, it looks a bit more detailed and better looking than East 10, at least on the Switch version of it. But the character models seem somewhat, yeah, pretty much like in the same vein. In terms of like the terrain and like some of like the environments, it looks a bit better. But once again, East 10 is a bigger game. I think it has like more it has like more mechanics and systems, like with the ship combat and all that, and like obviously action RPG. You know, dual combat with two people at the same time. You know. Let's see here. I don't know in terms of it, guys. When it comes to like 60 frames and all that, it's going to be dependent on the developer. So if a developer wants a game to run at 60, they'll make whatever compromises or not to make it run at that. If they want to make it run at 30, they'll make it run at 30. So it's going to be up to the developer. Do you think Final Fantasy 15 will have a port for Switch 2? I mean, it's possible, guys. Let's see here. Kondo, the president of Falcom, literally played the game on Switch for the presentation. People still say, well, people didn't see that, Elias. All people saw was the, what's it called? They just saw the, a snippet of it in the, what's it called? In the Nintendo Direct. And then like a trailer for it later. Maybe they saw a trailer for it later. But a lot of people didn't actually see like Kondo playing it and all that. But no, I mean, they're not gonna say it's Switch 1, it's coming out on Switch, then show you guys secret Switch 2 footage. That's just something that they're not gonna do. That's something that's just a no-no. You don't do stuff like that. You won't see companies do that. Dragon Quest XI was not a port. It was actually built for the ground up for the Switch, so it was not a port. They had to rebuild the game because Unreal Engine 4, it wasn't updated enough yet on the Switch at the time. So that's why it got delayed. So they essentially just got kind of tired of waiting and just said, we'll just build the game for the Switch and then do a bunch of added cool stuff. And Nintendo helped out with some like publishing and distribution of it, so mitigate the cost. They fixed up the music. Instead of MIDI, they made it, all that. They also added a bunch of content, cool quality of life features, but it was actually built for the Switch. That's the funny thing, is that the game actually looks worse like on PlayStation and Xbox. If you play Dragon Quest XI on the PS4, right, it actually looks better than Dragon Quest XI S on the PS4 or PS5 or Xbox, because they ported the Switch version to PlayStation and Xbox. So the other versions are ports of Dragon Quest XI S. Those are ports. The Switch version is not a port. They use the Switch version to port to the other systems. So Xbox and PlayStation, I mean, yeah, they definitely run better and look better than the Switch version, but those are ports of the Switch version. But they look, graphically, it looks a little bit, not quite as good as the original base PS4 version of Dragon Quest XI. But it's still worth it to play the S version. The S version's way better. So just the music alone is worth, the music quality alone is worth never playing it on the base PS4 version. So yeah, man. Says just check the me on the eShop. Why is the game so pricey? Because they want to price it that way. Don't buy it if it's too much. Let's see. People recently had a weird perception of what Switch can do. It's because of all the memes. That's the reason why. It's because of the memes and the bad ports. A lot of the people don't actually play Switch games. A lot of people that are saying this stuff don't actually play Switch games much. They really just probably play like Mario and Zelda, maybe Smash Brothers, maybe Mario Kart. A lot of them don't actually play a lot of different stuff for a variety. So all they see is the memes, and then they just see like Digital Foundry, like with the bad ports or whatever. They don't actually play the games and know what the system's capable of. They just see what other people are saying and then just go off of that. That's the reason why. Let's see here. Looks good, man, but Black Myth Wukong is Game of the Year. You want to make a bet that Black Myth Wukong won't win Game of the Year? How much you want to bet on that, Ace World? Are we confident, or how confident are we not with Black? I guarantee you, I can bet you right now. Let's bet $30. 15 right now, 15 later. If you win, I'll double it. So you get 60. If I win, I get 30. But you can drop 15 right now if you want to take that. Right now on the board. So what, you got 2-to-1 odds? Right now. So you win, you get 60. I win, I get 30. How about that? Drop 15 right now. So I played Wukong on PC, and honestly, I refunded it. It's lacking that feel from FromSoft games have. It's not a FromSoft game. It's not a Souls game. They didn't want you to look at it as like a Souls game. They weren't trying to do Souls. Let's see here. By the way, I got some good news and some bad news about Nintendo Museum Ticket. Good news is I got the Museum Ticket. Bad news is my brother didn't get it, so I might go alone. Damn, Monado alone. The brother stays home. What's up, Echoes of J2? The S version of 2 versions of the game, so I don't know why I wouldn't play that version. Yeah, like I said, the S version is the better version to get. Exactly, Donovan. What's up, BJ Switch? Welcome. So remember people saying Mario or Rabbids 2 was Switch 2 when it was revealed? Yeah, people said that was a Switch 2 game. I was like, gosh, goodness gracious. Guys, can we stop it here? It won't win, but I think it'll get nominated. It has a chance to get nominated for sure. It has a chance to get nominated. I mean, would I nominate it? Not right now. I personally wouldn't nominate it, but I'm stupid, so I don't get to pick. So so I wouldn't. I don't think it's the top 6 right now. I think it sold really well. That's good, but I don't think it's a top 6 right now. I mean, I would go with a few other games, but yeah. I mean, it's definitely good. It's definitely good. Let's see here. Simeon Coin with the 100 core crystals. This evening, OJ and chat. I wish I was to give you blessings the other day. Stay humble. My music request is 7th Dragon 3 Code VF. All right, let's go. Thank you so much to my man Simeon Coin. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Bro, I saw the funniest thing the other day. I was watching a podcast with Gene Park and Septic Sauce. I think he's like an Xbox guy. And I saw the funniest clip with Dreamcast, like them talking about Dreamcast guy. I thought it was so hilarious. If I find it, I'll show you guys later. All right, give me 1 second here, guys. Big love to my man Simeon Coin. Thank you for the core crystals. 31 on the board, or actually 32. Hold up, we forgot to do our what's it called? We forgot to do our overclock.
Overclock Buster.
Hey, let's go. Stream clock extended. Thank you so much. The 30 minutes double overclock buster in the house. Let's go. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, guys. Isn't 81 to rating a little too low for nominated for game of the year? Most of the time, yes. Most of the time, you will not get a game rated that low nominated for game of the year. Most of the time. It's only happened like one other time. Like 1 or 2 other times, and it was 2019. But that was the most fraudulent year in the history of the Game Awards. So they nominated Control and they nominated Death Stranding, 2 low 80s rated games, over games like Devil May Cry 5, which was way higher rated, over games like Astral Chain, which was way higher rated, over games like Fire Emblem 3 Houses, which was the highest rated game. I mean, it was an 89, I think. Yeah, it was an 89. So, and I think DMC was at 88, Astral Chain's at 87. They pushed aside those games for Death Stranding and Control because most of the journalists didn't play Astral Chain, Fire Emblem 3 Houses, or DMC 5. So they nominated what they played. So that was a fraudulent year. Will Black Myth Wukong get the same treatment? Maybe it could, but we'll see. But we'll see. Let's see what's up. Hey, what's up, J Biggs? So far, kind of games I like: Zelda, COD, Indiana Jones for games I put on Game of the Year list. Indiana Jones, it might make the cut, it might not. Isn't Indiana Jones? That's December 9th. I mean, it could. It's gonna be really close though. Yeah, it's gonna be really close. Indiana Jones. Release date, yeah, I think it's December 9th. Yeah, December 9th. Yeah, December 9th. I mean, that, unless they get the game well ahead of time and they get a good amount of time to play it, because, yeah, that's getting really towards the cutoff for release, right? Yeah, it's really close. It might not make it. They might wait till next year. Like, it might be nominated, because, like, the PS5 version comes out next year anyway, and I think a lot of the media is going to just want to play it on PS5. So that comes out, so it might be like a Smash Brothers thing, right? Smash Brothers came out December 1st, if I'm not correct, and it wasn't nominated for anything in 2018. It was nominated for stuff in 2019. So that could be, I think, Indiana Jones might be like, okay, we're just going to hold that over to the next year, you know? Yo, what's up? Make it look easy. What annoyed me about Control being there was that people were saying it was nothing special when it released, then changed their tune to say it was Game of the Year worthy. Yeah, I have no idea how that happened. It was pretty much a standard. It's like a 7 or 8 out of 10. And then all of a sudden, by the end of the year, it turned into a Game of the Year candidate, which was just crazy to me. I'm not sure what happened there. I played Control. I tried it twice. It is not a Game of the Year game. Control is not a Game of the Year game. It's just, I mean, listen, everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has their own opinion, but I don't think it's Game of the Year over Astral Chain. Hell no. Certainly isn't Game of the Year nomination over DMC or Fire Emblem. Absolutely not. I mean, if you like video games, no. If you like gameplay, no. I mean, I guess if you like, you know, fake movie, you know, games, I guess. Control's got a decent, the story's not bad. The voice acting's okay. It's pretty intriguing. It's got some good stuff. I mean, Remedy knows what they're doing. But, I mean, if you're talking like as a full, complete game, there's no way in hell that it's better than, as a gameplay, better than DMC, better than Astral Chain, or better than Fire Emblem Three Houses. No way. In terms of overall content, playability, all that good stuff. And it was rated that way. Those games were rated way higher because of that. And then at the end of the year, since they didn't play those games, they just didn't vote for it. So, see, OJ, what is this TM6 on Twitter smoking? This man constantly yapping that people don't buy third-party games on Switch for the whole past month already. Man's delusional. Well, I mean, I think that basically he's looking at it from a like Steam perspective. He's a PC guy. He comes here to the stream every now and then, so he's a big PC guy. So I mean, that's just his thought process. But a lot of hardcore PC guys are also a little bit in their bubble, right? So he thinks that people don't play Switch like that. People don't buy games on there, but that's not the case. Like, you know, he's obviously into Steam Deck and more into PC stuff. So that's kind of how PC gamers think. They kind of think that way because third party runs their platform. Whereas with Nintendo Switch, first party runs the platform. So they think that, oh, people don't buy third party. But that's obviously not the truth. People buy third party games on the Switch. Like that's already been proven, you know, that people buy third party games on the Switch. So, so yeah. I mean, this doesn't do better than, like, let's say, maybe it doesn't quite do as good as like PC sometimes, but it's still like it's still a viable platform for third party developers to sell their games. To this day, I still have no clue what Control is about or what the game is really. It's like a government / intrigue, powers, like force powers based shooter. It's a third person shooter. You're going there to investigate like what happened to your brother or something, but there's like a government conspiracy, like with the bureau and all that. I mean, it's okay. Like I said, I tried it twice. I actually made a video on it. I tried it 3 times. On the original Xbox One X, I tried it on the PS5. I bought it again, and then I also tried the stupid cloud version on Switch. And each time I came away with, this game is just okay. It's like, it's all right, but it's not Game of the Year. It's not a Game of the Year game. But once again, I mean, it got the nomination because of like the voice acting and like the graphics and all that. It didn't get the nomination because of the gameplay. It got the nomination because of the voice acting and graphics. So yeah. Let's see here. It's crazy to me that Game of the Year is likely coming down to Square Enix versus Sega. We're in the 1990s again. Square Enix versus Sega in the 1990s. Was that a big rivalry in the 1990s? Square Enix and Sega? I guess what, like Final Fantasy versus like Phantasy Star? Is that what you're trying to talk about there? So yeah. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, 777 OG? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? Hey, Flydius, you got your day off today? Hey, let's go, man. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you have not hit that like button. I think a lot of people are definitely a little bit salty with how well the Switch does too. I think that, but once again, people do live in their bubble. Like if you go on Twitter, people will tell you, what do you like? What's the best system to play? Like, what are people like? What are you playing the most? What's the best? People will always say Steam Deck or ROG. Switch will be dead last in like all the polls and stuff like that. But then when you look at the actual sales numbers, like Switch outsells these things considerably every single month, every single year. It's not even close. It sells multiple times more than any of these others. Like it sells more than all of them combined, right? So most normal people, most people aren't going to spend $600 on a freaking Steam Deck that's the size of a monitor. Like, you know, but if you say that online, you're a fanboy, you're this, you're that, they'll make all sorts of excuses. Oh, they'll say, we don't know. Like like I said, Steam Deck people, PC people, they're all about the facts until you mention sales. Then all of a sudden it's emotions and it's everything else under the sun. You know, it's like, oh, well, they don't need to. It's a private company. They don't have to tell you they're doing fine. I see people all the time, but it turns into everything but actual facts. So that's why I don't really say nothing. I just let them talk, you know, just let them say what they want, you know? Let's see here. What games do you think will get nominated? Oh man, I really want to see how Echoes of Wisdom does. I really want to see how that game does. Like if that's like a high 80s or 90, I think like after that last trailer, it definitely looks better. But let me just go over the list. I think that obviously FF7 Rebirth. Right now I have Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I think, what's that one game? Maybe Helldivers. Let me just put maybe as a Helldivers. Helldivers 2.
Valuable items.
Shout outs to, Animal Well. Yeah, Animal Well as well. Shout outs to Shinra with the gifted membership. Astral's off the chain, got the gift. Let's go. Animal Well. I'm gonna go ahead and put Metaphor Refantazio in there. I think it's gonna make it. Metaphor Refantazio. There's obviously Black Myth Wukong. Black Myth Wukong is one of the maybes. Right now I kind of have like 4 locks in. Those are my locks that I think are for sure gonna get in. I mean, it should get in, but it won't. But like Unicorn Overlord, that also could be the indie. Even though it's not an indie game, it could be the indie representation. But Unicorn Overlord should get in. You know, it should, but it might not. You know, Unicorn is 89. It's one of the highest rated games this year, but they didn't play it. A lot of the reviewers didn't play it. For it to be like a lock to get in, it would have had to have a 90 plus. So it almost had a 90. It was, or does it have an 88 now? Let me see. What the hell? What? Oh wait, never mind. Sorry, the PS. Sorry, my bad, guys. Hold up. Let's rewind on that one. Yeah, it has an 89 on the Switch. So you can't go off of the Switch version. You got to go off the version that actually has like the most people reviewed it. And it has an 86. So let's just say that averages out to like what, an 87 or 88, somewhere 87 point something. So yeah, it's very likely that it'll skip, that it might not make it at all. Sorry. So yeah, it has an 87 average. 86. Yeah, sorry, no, 86. It says 87 on one thing, but then when you click it, it says 86 on the PS5, 86. But it has 34 reviews, which qualifies for ranking. Like overall, all you need is I think 25 reviews or 20 reviews. So Switch version has 34, so it's pretty balanced. But the PS5 version has 43, the Xbox Series version has 87, and the PS4 version has 1. But so yeah, so I don't know if Unicorn's gonna make it. So yeah, Astrobot definitely has a chance, but once again, we gotta see the reviews. But Astrobot for sure. Astrobot is one of those maybes. And then also like Echoes of Wisdom, Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, for sure. We got to see how Dragon Age works out. Dragon Age and Assassin's Creed Shadows, those are the other 2 big AAA games. So Dragon Age and Assassin's Creed Shadows. Yo, shout outs to Khalid. Hey, thank you guys for the gifted memberships today. Let's go. Khalid with the big 5 gifted. Hey, shout outs. Let's go. 12 points on the board. Yo, let's get it, man. Thank you guys for the gifts today. 48 on the board. Goodness gracious. Overclock, boys.
Overclock Buster!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Kelly. Appreciate that, guys. Stream clock extended 45 minutes extra. Let's go. We are only 12 away from a 1-hour extension on today's stream. I know you guys want that 1-hour extension. Let's go. Shout outs to Kelly. You are now the gift ninja. Anybody does 5 gifts or more, you can tie up Khalid or pass them up and get on this board. Let's go, baby. Thank you guys for the gifted elite ninjas, man. That's super nice of you. You guys give some love to Khalid. If you got one from him, give him some love. Very nice and generous of him. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted, dude. Shout outs. I know Indiana Jones missing from qualifying this year. Yeah, I think next year for Indiana Jones. Next year. I think Astrobot's going to sell well enough. I think it's going to do well enough. I mean, this year's been pretty dry for Sony's actual, like, major first party. So you're going to get just, like, a lot of curiosity buys. You know, just, like, whatever. I'll check it out, you know. Dragon Age and Assassin's Creed. So right now I have a bunch of maybes. Like, that's going to all be in the list. Helldivers 2, Black Myth, Unicorn, Astrobot, Zelda, Dragon Age, Assassin's Creed. I mean, Mario and Luigi Brothership, we gotta see about that one. Right now I'm thinking, maybe not, but we gotta see how it reviews. Because Mario, I mean, if it's as good as Superstar Saga, if it gets up to a 90, which it's possible, we've seen the series get high scores before, and now that it's finally on console, it actually has a shot at winning Game of the Year. Handheld games never win Game of the Year. So now that it actually is on console, it actually has a shot. So there you go. So I mean, there's still, but to me, there's only 4 locks: FF7 Rebirth, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Animal Well. I think that's going to be indie representation. Animal Well and Metaphor Refantasy. I think those are the games that I know for sure. Then there's 2 more spots that are just kind of like up for grabs. Let's see here. Let's be honest, OJ, from what we saw with Astro, its gameplay is copy paste from Galaxy. I don't think it's copy paste, but it definitely takes a lot of elements. Sicilian with the $2 says, did you get the Castlevania collection physical? Yeah, I'm gonna pre-order. I haven't pre-ordered it yet, but I'm gonna pre-order it. I will pre-order it. Big love to Sicilian. Thank you for the $2. Hope Dragon Age is good as it could be, but I'm pretty cautious. Yeah, I'm cautious about Dragon Age as well, but we'll see. OJ, I'm so tired of reading these goofy goobers online. Why are they releasing Guilty Gear, Yakuza, whatever on Switch? We have Steam Deck, bro. You're a speck of dust comparison to Switch. Let's be real. Yeah, I mean, really, I think that it makes sense for them to, like, let's just get for real solid. It makes sense for them to release all these games. From what I've heard, like, a lot of these games are gonna have, like, apparently really easy or simple snap your fingers Switch 2 versions of them, like, you can just update it. So it makes sense to get it out right now, get that port going. Architecture is going to be similar and all that. Get that port going, and then essentially just do an update to where you can have better graphics or resolution or whatever the case is. So yeah, right now Steam Deck is better when it comes down to the graphics, but I mean, in a little bit here, I think that the Switch 2 is going to be better. And I think Steam Deck's going to release their better system, but once again, it won't matter because the Switch sells on games, like Nintendo systems sell on games. But you don't got to take my word for it. You can go all the way back to the 1980s. There's always been way more stronger, way more capable Nintendo portables or handhelds or systems than Nintendo, right? Like dating back all the way to the original big green brick Game Boy. And how many times has anybody actually outsold it? Like, that I can think of outside of mobile, right? Mobile's a whole different thing. But if you're talking about dedicated gaming devices, has anybody actually outsold Nintendo's crusty old hardware? They've never done it. So I think people don't realize that, like, it's not about that, but they're just worried about what they like, you know? So there's no point in getting upset about these people or whatever. Like, all you got to do is just point at the sales numbers and just be like, well, that's what people are buying. This is the reason why it's selling. Like, it's not that hard. Like, it really ain't anything to argue. That's why I don't argue with these people, you know? Like, I've seen what TM says too. Like I said, he's cool. He's the homie. But, like, I don't argue about what he says because it's like, okay, you know, most people, like, once the Switch 2 comes out, they're going to be buying that, like, you know. But if people want to buy ROG, I mean, look, there's options. It's good. It's competition. But let's just be real. People are going to be buying the Switch 2, you know. Let's just be real. Oh, yeah, Stellar Blade. I don't know if Stellar Blade's going to make the cut, but definitely it's in the running. I don't think it's going to make the cut, but it's in the running for sure. So, yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 games that could potentially take these last 2 spots. So yeah, this year was a little bit of a down year, like for the actual scores, you know, it was a little bit of a down year. Let's go over the best games this year, Metacritic wise. So the best games Metacritic wise are, we're going from the top to the bottom. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth with the 92. We're not I mean, Elden Ring is in there. I don't think they're going to give Elden Ring Game of the Year, but I mean, you never know, they might. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Animal Well, Baltro, Thank Goodness You're Here, The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, that's not getting anything. Tekken 8. So yeah, I forgot about oh yeah, we gotta talk about Tekken. Tekken 8. Tsukihime, a piece of blue glass moon. That's not getting nominated for anything. Tactical Breach. I don't know. Tactical Breach Wizards. Horizon Forbidden West DLC or Complete Edition. That doesn't count. Yakuza Like a Dragon. So let's go over the games that actually count. But I think that will count. I'm not counting Elden Ring, but it could be, but I'm not counting it. I'm not counting any of the indie games except for Animal World. That's the only one that I'm counting. Baltro, I mean, you could maybe, but there can't be two. They're not going to nominate two, so I'm just going to pick Animal World. All right, so Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Animal World. I mean, we got to include Tekken 8. Tekken 8, Yakuza Like a Dragon. Yo, the funniest thing is like Paper Mario is one of the, Paper Mario's at 88. That's one of the best ones. You know, if you remove the remasters and remakes and DLC packs, Paper Mario's like in like top 10. Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. I don't think it's gonna get nominated though. Persona 3 Reload. I mean, that could, but I don't think it will, but it could. SMT5. It's all remasters, remakes, re-releases. SMT5 Vengeance is one of the top games as well. Five Nights at Freddy's. I mean, it's just like really there ain't a lot of like major games at the top. You know, there's not a lot of major like games that like at the top. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's it, you know. So yeah, this is just this year this year is down. It's a down year for Metacritic wise. It's a down year, you know. What's up, Epic Globster? So yeah, we got to put Tekken 8, right? Tekken 8's got to be one of the finalists right now. And I got to put it in my, maybe there's one. I got to put Tekken 8 in there. You got to, with that 90, you got to put it in there as a nominee. I mean, maybe if the year was stronger, you'd remove it like Street Fighter didn't get nominated, but that's because there was a bunch of really high ranking games like Mario Wonder and Tears of the Kingdom and Baldur's Gate, you know, and all these games that reviewed super high, you know? So we need the best remake remaster category back. Maybe. Yeah, this year there was a lot of good ones. What if Switch successor Switch 2 next Nintendo console flops? What if it doesn't flop? We need a best let's see here. Casual Noob Gamer. What's up, Casual Noob Gamer? Wukong and Starboy deserve Game of the Year. Korean and Chinese devs are on it right now. I don't know if they deserve it just because they're Korean and Chinese. I don't know if it's just they deserve it. They have to earn it. I don't know if they just deserve it though. If you go off of like just review ratings, no, there's other games that are rated higher than it. Big love to the Korean and Chinese devs though. They're doing their thing. Absolutely, but I don't know if they deserve it based off of what? Based off of what you like or based off of what? But if you're basing it off of the people that actually review the games, nah, it's not quite in there yet. There's other games that are higher than it by a good amount too. So, I don't know. Maybe. Everybody has their opinion though. The sales are insane. The Game of the Year isn't based off of sales. It's not based off of sales. That's not what's determines Game of the Year. Let's see. What did Daybreak get? Those games don't get nominated. But I think that was a mid-80s, though. Considering how the year has transpired, I feel like it makes Rebirth more disappointing commercially. Not the much competition this year for Game of the Year in years past. I mean, Rebirth can win it. I mean, I definitely think Rebirth can win it. Right now, it's the highest rated actual new game. You know, and it's by a good margin, too, by the way. There's no other AAA major 90 rated game. There's also Dragon's Dogma 2. That came out this year. That has an 86, so they might slip that game in. You know, I got to put it on the list here at least. So, I totally forgot about that game. Dragon's Dogma 2. So there was also that game. I think a lot of these games are going to be competing for about two spots or so. Rebirth, I think Like a Dragon and Animal Well are 100% going to make it. I think Metaphor is going to make it as well. I mean, we'll see about Tekken 8, but I think a lot of these other games are going to be competing for like the last two spots. But I think Animal Well has to make it. I mean, a 91, obviously, you know, you got a lot of people who played the game and like the game. That's Donkey's game, so I think enough people are gonna vote for it to get in on Game of the Year. So Belcher will be, yeah, Belcher 100% will be in the indie category, 100%. I just think it'll lose out to Animal Well in the, although it might not lose out to Animal Well. Who knows? It could be Animal Well. Let's just do either or. It could be Animal Well or Baltro. Baltro's got a lot of momentum right now, especially like with all that DLC, like all that other stuff that's coming. So Baltro's got the momentum right now over Animal Well. You know, Rebirth sold 10 copies and was reviewed highly by all Sony paid sites like IGN, Spawncast. Wait a minute, how is the Spawncast the Sony paid site? I'm on there. Where's my cut at? So Spawncast is getting paid. Where's my cut if Sony's paying? Prince of Persia is on my game of the year list. I'm gonna put it down here. It's not gonna make it, but Prince of Persia is definitely on my own personal top 6. It's absolutely there. It was fantastic. Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. It's on my list, but it's not gonna make it on, like, I'd be surprised if it made it there. Let's see. Hogwarts Legacy sold a lot and got good reviews and got nothing. Yeah, exactly. So just because you sell a lot, that doesn't mean you're going to get nominated for Game of the Year, you know? It was the best-selling game of last year. Hey, what's up, Ghost Fixer? Plucky Squire. Oh, yeah, Plucky Squire. That's true. We got to see how that reviews, though. I mean, right now, we don't have any reviews for it. So a lot of the games that we have listed here, they're already been reviewed, right? Some of them we don't, but some of them, most of the ones that I put there. But yeah, Plucky Squire. But we'll see how the reviews are for that game. We'll see how it is. Yeah, I wish I got my cut. Yo, OG game stuff, Mac. Where's my cut, bro? I know you were just joking. That's why I made a joke. Rebirth right now is definitely, it has the edge probably. Let's see how Metaphor Refantasio works out. I don't know if it's gonna get above that, but I think that new IP boon, obviously, you know, it's Atlas. They've had a Game of the Year content. I mean, Persona, if the Persona fans really jump in, you know, Persona 5 was nominated for Game of the Year. So, I mean, if this game kind of brings some of those guys back, I think that for sure it has an opportunity. I think it's going to be there. Once again, it's a weaker year for major AAA high-ranking games. Like, we really only have two. We only have two major AAA Metacritic must-buy 90+ rated games this year. Last year, we had like 7 or 8. There was like a grip last year. Last year, let's just go over it. So, last year, let me see. Oh, okay, hold up. It says best games of, yeah, let me see. Best games. I want to go last year, but it won't let me. It's being really stupid. All right, here we go. All right, hold up. There we go. 2023 to 2023. So like last year we had Baldur's Gate 96, Tears of the Kingdom 96, Metroid Prime Remastered 94. It doesn't really count, but whatever. Resident Evil 4, that counted. That was in the Game of the Year. That was a 93. Super Mario Bros. Wonder, that was a 92. Street Fighter 6, that was a 92. What else? Spider-Man, that was a 90. So that right there gives you how many of them, right? That right. And then Alan Wake 2 was an 89. So right there, right off the top, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 games rated 90+ in the AAA or major category. And once again, like that doesn't even, like, we got more, right? You could say like, okay, Dave the Diver, that was a 90+ as an indie, or it's not really an indie game, but y'all, they saw it as an indie game. It's not an indie game though. But anyway, Dave the Diver, that was a 90+. Obviously, you had the Dead Space remake, that was an 89. Alan Wake 2 was an 89. You had last year, you also had Sea of Stars. That came out. That was an 87 as an indie. Pikmin 4 was an 87. Final Fantasy 16, that was an 87. So you had a lot of high, 87+ big major games. You do not have that this year. A lot of the major games this year are actually beneath like 87, beneath, like they're like 85, 84. Like a lot of the major games this year are not anywhere near as high as what we had last year. Last year we had way more. Even stuff like Star Ocean, The Second Story, Diablo 4 came out last year. That was an 86 as a major game. Armored Core was an 86 as a major game. Star Wars Jedi Survivor was an 85 as a major game, right? Octopath Traveler 80, Octopath Traveler 2 85. So last year was definitely a bit more. So yeah, shout outs
Hey
to
OJ, what is your Metacritic prediction for
Bohemian
Echoes
Heedle.
of Wisdom? Can you play some Zelda 2 dungeon theme?
Oh man, Zelda 2 dungeon theme. Yeah, I can play Zelda 2 dungeon theme. Thank you for the $5. Thank you so much, man. Zelda 2 dungeon theme. Thank you for dungeon theme. Yo, do not delete. Why didn't God of War Ragnarok sell as much as the God of War 2018? Why didn't Forbidden West sell as much as why didn't Forbidden West sell as much as the previous one? You're a troll, and I know that you're on a sock account, but that's okay. I'm just gonna ask you a few questions. Answer those questions, then we'll get rid of you. Why didn't those games sell as much as the ones before? Why didn't Spider-Man 2 sell as much as the Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man? Let me know about all that too. Why didn't those do all as good? What's up, Rena? Do not care, Sony trash. All right, no, that's okay, buddy. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Appreciate you. You're a sock account. I actually looked up who you are. I appreciate you coming out to the stream though, man. But yeah, you're definitely you're a sock. And I'm looking through your activity. Interesting. You're an interesting fellow. You're kind of an asshole. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to call you names, but you're a jerk. Some of the stuff that you say. I can look through your history, by the way. You click on the as the moderator. So yeah. But thanks for coming out to the stream, man. We're not trying to have your attitude here, though. Thanks for coming out, though. I appreciate you. Come back on a different account, okay? And don't make it so obvious. Goodness gracious. Don't make it so obvious that you're a sock account. Marco Von Doom with the $4.99. Appreciate that. Says, no game this year has me hyped like Tears did last year except for MVC pack. Not the biggest fan of 2 Zelda, but I'll pick it up. Echoes of Wisdom and lead games. Yeah. Shout outs.
Just got done watching John's new doc.
Okay.
Can't wait to see how he squirms out of this. Gaming question now. What score do you
John's
think
new
Metaphor
doc.
will be at? I'm hoping for a high 90s. FF16 Titan
Okay.
Lost, please.
I got
Can't
you.
wait for Space Marine 2 this week.
Shout outs to Legion of Corn. Appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Let's get these combos up on the board here. Shout outs to Bohemian Heedle. Thank you for the $5, man. We are at 60. Let's go. You guys hit us here. Echoes score. I think Echoes is going to be, I'm going to go with the 80. I'm going to go with the 87. I'm going to go with the 87. But I'm also going to go with this too. We also got this as well, boys and girls. 1 hour extension. Here we go. Shout outs. Bohemian Heedle. Legion of Corn. 1 hour max confirmed. And Marco of Doom. Thank you for the $5. But yeah, nothing really has me as hyped as Tears of the Kingdom. Except for Metaphor. Metaphor Refantasio has me super hyped. I am like ready for that one. That has me as hyped as Tears of the Kingdom, yeah. That has me as hyped as Tears of the Kingdom. It's like Metaphor, Refantasio. Shout outs. Even further beyond with another 5. Let's go. 65 on the board. Can we get to that one? The bonus streams, we're just gonna have to do a bonus day where I do a full day of streaming for you guys. Bonus, because it's just starting to rack up and I cannot keep up. Let's go. If Rebirth wins Game of the Year, will you give it another try? I don't think I need it to win Game of the Year for me to give it another try. I don't think that's gonna be the case. I'll give it another try when I have time. Right now, I went back to Octopath Traveler 2 just to do some loose ends and just kind of play like a fresh file and do some of the stuff like the update. But I might go back. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Big love to Bohemian. Thank you for the $5. Hope you enjoyed that Zelda 2 dungeon theme. Next up, FF6 or FF16 Titan Lost OST. All right, so thank you so much, Legion of Corn. Big love to Marco as well. Thank you guys for your support. Let's see, I've Googled and there's nothing controversial about Wukong or Stellar Blade. Dewa, just stop talking. Just stop talking, man. Please. For the love of all, just stop talking. You're either a troll or you're just not being serious. There ain't no way. There's no way. You must be a troll. Just stop talking, man. I'm just gonna ignore you. Because that's a lie. That is a flat out lie that you Googled and you saw no controversy for Black Myth Wukong or for Stellar Blade. That's a flat out lie. So I'm done. I'm done, man. At this point, you're trolling. You're a troll. There ain't no way. There ain't no way. Let's say I still feel like either Black Myth Wukong or Stellar Blade might end up in Hogwarts Legacy, where I got no award nominations, possibly due to controversy, but I could be wrong. I think neither. I mean, no nominations at all. Oh yeah, I mean it's definitely possible that they don't get any nominations at all, but I don't think it's because of the controversy, because the journalists weren't the ones complaining about Stellar Blade. That was the fans complaining about it. That wasn't the journalists. That was the fans. Hogwarts was the journalists complaining, and it was the fans. It was also people complaining too. But once again, it's two different. Those are all different situations and issues. So yeah. Those are all different situations and issues overall. So yeah. I can answer that because a lot of people play the first game and don't like it, so they don't move on to the second game. I don't think that's always the case. Once again, I don't think that's necessarily the case, because sometimes we see that sequels do better than the original. So then what happens in that one? You know, so right? You see what I'm saying? So like, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, you can't always apply that to everything. You know, when it comes down to it. So it's not always that's not always the same. I mean, you could say that, but then also it's like, okay, well, we're also comparing sometimes sales of games that have been out for 5 years or 6 years on multiple platforms compared to a game of like that just came out and say, oh, see, look, it didn't do as well, right? So there's also that too, because people want instant, like, oh, it sells better right away, right? So yeah. I didn't realize Hogwarts had controversy. Oh yeah, Hogwarts had a ton of controversy. But there ain't no way that you Googled Black Myth Wukong and saw nothing, there ain't no way that you Googled Black Myth Wukong or Stellar Blade controversy and you didn't see controversy there. Like literally, there ain't no way. I can prove that you're lying right now, dude. I can literally prove that you're lying. Black Myth Wukong controversy. Literally, the first thing when you Google search it, Black Myth Wukong faces backlash after what's the deal? There's a Reddit that you can see what's going on there. Black Myth is a hit, but why is the game so controversial? Like the first thing, Black Myth Wukong controversy is pathetic. So you can see my videos pop up. You can see other people talk about culture war. That's just Black Myth Wukong controversy explained. There ain't no way, you know? So there's no way you Google search that and that didn't pop up. That's why I think you're a troll, Daylor. I did not play Rebirth because I realized the trilogy is too much time commitment. Zoob will not play anything if it doesn't take like 2 hours to beat. No, I'm joking, Zoob. That's the thing. Some weirdos tell you that it just search Black Myth Wukong, don't add controversy, you'll see no controversy. Even if you, okay, but if you're looking, you gotta, obviously there's gonna be more than just controversy. You can't say, I just searched Black Myth Wukong and I didn't find any controversy. Why don't you just search Black Myth Wukong controversy if you want to find the controversy with the game? Why would you not search what you're looking for? If I search Black Myth Wukong screenshots, yeah, controversy's not gonna pull up because I searched screenshots. You know? So Google search is optimized for what you're looking for. So if you look up Black Myth Wukong fan art, yeah, you're not going to get, you know, other stuff that's not, I mean, you might get some things, but for the most part, you're not going to get what you're going to get what you're looking for, you know? So you got to type it in. But if you typed in Black Myth Wukong controversy and saw nothing, that's a lie. Let's see here. OJ, did you not like Black Myth Wukong? No, I did. Watch my videos on it, Brandon. I think it's okay. Hey, what's up, CBH for God? Shout outs. Big love though, guys. Thank you guys for the 67 on there. We going even further than beyond. We almost at 70. 3 more combos to hit the 70. Another limit peak. Let's get it. Make sure you like the show. Yeah, hit that like button though, guys. This has been a good show so far. I don't know. We've been talking about a bunch of stuff that's not even in the title for a while. Actually, no, we've been talking about Game of the Year stuff, so it's all relevant. Never mind. I feel like IGN is the one starting all these controversies. I mean, like, I don't know if they're the ones starting all of it, but I mean, maybe. But I don't think so. It could be, but I don't think they are. Hey, what's up, Kevin the Speedster? Starblade is amazing. Also, the woman looks beautiful. There you go. Starblade's great. I like it. I played it, beat it. I thought it was good. I thought it was very good. I just don't know if it's going to be Game of the Year. It's a good game, though. That's not controversy, in my opinion. That's just West gamers mad because Chinese made an amazing game. No, that's just you being, like, pea-brained, to be honest, Dewa. Like, that's just the pea-brain attitude to have. You disregard other people's situation, or like you don't research, right? So this is why I say it's P-Bane, because you don't research anything, but then you disregard it. So you've done no research, you don't know what it is, and then you just assume. That's P-Brain attitude, man. You got to have a better attitude than that. Listen, I don't agree with the controversy, but that doesn't mean controversy isn't there. Let's think a little bit next level. Let's not think P-Brain. That's a P-Brain attitude. You didn't even know what the controversy was. You have no idea what's going on. You've not done any research on it, but then you just say, I think this. I mean, like, that's not how it works, brother. That's not how the world works. You're going to have trouble in life if you think that's like how you do research or how you read up about things. Now, you don't got to agree with that. I don't agree with it, but let's not have the P-Brain attitude about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still controversy. You don't have to agree with controversy. Controversy's still there. Doesn't mean that you got to agree with it, you know? You don't gotta shut up. Like, you don't gotta shut up talking about what you like. It's just, don't make up stuff. Like, if you don't know, just ask. Like, the problem is like, and this is also people online, like Twitter. The biggest issue is that people will do no research, but make statements. That's the biggest issue. And then when people tell them about it, they say, no, this. It's like, dude, you didn't even know before we even started talking about it. So if you don't know, just say, hey, look, oh, that's the controversy. I don't agree with it, but hey, it is what it is. That's just so much simpler to do. That's all you got to do. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to say, that's not controversy. That people just hate Chinese games. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't agree with the controversy, but you didn't even know what it was beforehand, you know? So let's just be more intelligent about it. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm trying to help you, you know? I'm just trying to help, you know? Simeon Corn with the 100 core crystals says, there's always controversy somewhere. There always is. But like I said, doesn't mean that it's relevant. Doesn't mean, look, Bayonetta had a controversy, right? Remember when Bayonetta 3's controversy? Remember that? And yeah, listen, I didn't agree with it, but it was still controversy, you know? It was still controversy. I didn't agree. I thought that it was like, this is weird, but it was still there, you know? It was still there. So we gotta know the difference between agreeing with someone and agreeing with something, and then just knowing like, hey, we can listen. I don't agree with the controversy with Black Myth Wukong. I don't agree with it. I think a lot of it's silly. I think a lot of it's manufactured a little bit. I think some of it's like there's mistranslations. If you watch my videos, which you don't, Dewa, you know what I'm talking about because I covered all the controversies in all my videos. If you watch, you know what I'm talking about, you know? The receipt posts were one of the corniest things I've ever seen. Bayonetta 3, what a bunch of jabronis. Yeah, I know, it was super silly, dude. The Bayonetta 3 was worse than Black Myth Wukong, though. Let me tell you the reason why Bayonetta 3 was worse than Black Myth Wukong. Black Myth Wukong was an unknown game that obviously it's a Chinese developer that doesn't have as much content. When you're talking about a Chinese developer, that is completely different from a developer like that's in Japan or a big like obviously like Nintendo of America, right? We're looking at game science, that's all Chinese. Everything's based off from there. You don't have boots in ground here. Now, when you're talking about Bayonetta, You've got boots and ground here in America with people that have to market it like to an English-speaking audience from like Americans, like Nintendo of America, right? You've got Hideki Kamiya Platinum Games, which tweets in English all the time, that obviously has events, that has a long time history with Nintendo or with the fans out there. It's a completely different situation when somebody comes out, right, and you're talking about like a human. We're not talking about posts on Twitter or whatever the case is. We're talking about a human coming out, the voice actor for the game. The voice actor for the game coming out and saying, they screwed me over, they didn't pay me, and all this other stuff like that. Because you got all these psychos that are going to go crazy. When I saw that, I'm like, oh man. Because I had Broken Games sit there before we even got more information say, you need to talk about this, OJ. What about this? He was like, I think he was joking. He was joking, but I'm looking at it like, yeah, these people are going to start going crazy. I had another guy, Hard 8, call me a bunch of names, call me a corporate slave fanboy that just destroyed me over this lady, right? When I just said, well, we need to wait and see. So we had people cooning out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying BG cooned out on me. I'm just saying other guys like that I know cooned out on me. You know what I'm saying? Like just completely just ripped me to shreds over this whole situation when I said, hey, we need to maybe like wait and see what's more about this because this lady's crying on the internet, right? So we had people cooning out. We had all sorts of crazy stuff happening with Bayonetta. We had one person, which we didn't see this with Black Myth. We had one lady. She literally tried to she has a big channel, by the way. Tried to cause a revolution with the voice acting to get Jennifer Hale, who did nothing wrong, fired from her role and replaced before the game comes out. That is way worse than Black Myth. Black Myth Wukong, it was just kind of like a surprise hit, and then all this stuff started. I mean, no, there was some stuff beforehand with Black Myth, but nobody knew it. It wasn't known. It was their first game. You know? It was their first game. But we had fan campaigns of people trying to overthrow Jennifer Hale as the voice actor for Bayonetta. That's insane. I don't think I've ever seen that in my life. Maybe there's been something, but I don't think I've ever seen YouTubers throw fan campaigns to overthrow a voice actor. That's crazy. By a noted content creator, by the way. You see what I'm saying? So, like, I think that was why, in my opinion, the Bayonetta one was worse, you know? And also the sales silenced all of a lot of the times, like, the sales silenced a lot of the controversy too. I mean, it didn't really, because like Hogwarts Legacy had hella sales, but there was still controversy. But you guys know what I mean, you know. So it was pretty crazy, man. It was pretty crazy. Bayonetta stuff was such BS. Kamiya was attacked nonstop by people on Twitter for like 5 days when the full truth came out. Oh well, it's his fault. Yeah, they still said that. Oh well, it's his fault. Yeah, they still said that, and nobody apologized. Like I said, I had that one guy, that Heartache dude, destroyed me on Twitter. Never apologized or nothing. I responded, but then I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna engage this guy. He's been, you know, kind of saying stuff to people for a long time. I'm just delete the tweet. So I responded, but I'm just delete the tweet. I'm not gonna really worry about it. But I had other people making videos and saying I'm this and that, and they, like I said, legit. Like I said, people. I'm not saying that you got to be, obviously, whatever. You can be whatever you want. But like I said, people, brothers that are sitting there literally going after me, right? And I'm thinking to myself, see, this is the reason why some of these people out here, I don't know about them, right? Because all it took was one accusation. All it took was one thing without any type of response and for them to sit there and go after people. That's all it took. That's all it took, you know? So that's why, to me, it was more lame. Now, maybe because I was more personally involved. The Black Myth Wukong stuff, I mean, yeah, I covered it, but it came out of nowhere. I've been playing Bayonetta since 2010, you know? So Bayonetta been around for, at that time, it'd be 12 years, right? Whereas compared to Black Myth Wukong was like I said, just lightning in the bottles out of nowhere. Like, the game was like, okay, whoa, look at this, you know? Bayonetta 3 controversy was crazy. The OG voice actress called for a boycott and ended up leaking Bayonetta Origins game before we knew it existed. Was that before we knew it existed? Yeah, because it was announced at the Game Awards. Yeah, that's true. That's funny. She said, oh yeah, in the other game. Shout outs to Ice Sizzle. Thank you for the $2. We going
Even further beyond.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Shout outs to Ice Sizzle. That was 4 minutes ago. I was in my rant, though. We had 70 on the board, guys. 30 combos away from that big 100. Let's get it. Nothing has been open racist, but yet successful as the so Bayo doesn't compare to Black Myth Wukong. Nothing has been open racist, but yet successful as this. So Bayo doesn't compare to Black Myth Wukong. Well, you're comparing it in terms of what actually happened. I'm comparing it in terms of what happened beforehand. Like, you think like the racism and all that. I think there was a play of racism as well. I absolutely think there was a play of racism, Lucky Lefty. I think that there was a play of racism in there. I think, listen, I'm not going to sit there and say, listen, you got a white lady that's sitting there and saying one thing. People just believed her. You got Hideki Kamiya, a Japanese dude. Nobody believed him. He came out and said something. People attacked him. They attacked him and they did not give him an opportunity to even. So, I mean, was there a play of racism there? There could have been. There could have been, but they weren't even giving Platinum Games a chance to respond or to anything. They just believed her right out the top, even though her numbers and all that were wrong. Now, shout outs to RGT and shout outs to some of us that came out and said, yeah, this seems a bit weird. We need to wait a little bit. But there was a lot of people who just believed her right away. Could there have been some racism on that end? Absolutely. Absolutely, there could have been. So, I mean, now obviously, if you're looking at, Black Myth Wukong, Chinese developers, could there be some racism there, whatever the case is? Okay, could be too. But I wouldn't rule out that their racism played a little bit of a part in the whole Bayonetta 3 situation as well, Cooning is a sport for some. It really is, man. It really is. Which was crazy to me. But that, once again, it tells you who to work with and who not to work with. You know what I'm saying? After that whole situation, I knew who to work with, and I'm happy that it happened and those people called me out and what they did, because I know who to work with, whose podcasts I know to go on, whose podcasts I don't know to, you know what I'm saying? Like, without any. Now, if I would have gotten a personal apology, like I said, a bridge under the water, but there was no personal apology from any of those people that called me out. So therefore, I'm never going to work with any of those people again. I'm not going to work with them, because you can't sit there and call me out and say all that, and then you're wrong, and then never say, oh, my bad for coming out that way. So I'm like, okay, cool. So for me, it was good though, because I'm not going to, I heard, there was like one, podcast or one stuff. Somebody's like, hey, you want to go do that? I was like, no, I'm good. Like, why? I'm like, I just don't want to do it. I'm good. I have my reasons. That was the reason, but I'm not going to say it. I just said, no, I'm good. No, I'm good. Oh, that person's going to be on there? No, I'm good. No, I'm good. So it really taught me here, like I said, snake type behavior, So yeah, that's why you don't see me all over the place. I'm gonna go with people that I know. I ain't going with any type of crazy people, because they'll turn their back on you in an instant, So PS4 Pro, I already have a PS4 Pro. You mean a PS5 Pro? Yeah, maybe. Don't you worry the Switch 2 will face PS4 effect, where it will have less games than the previous console? No, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the game quality. So, nope. Why would I be worried about something that I don't know right now? Once the games come out, we'll see. Those people never apologize. No. Basically, yeah, exactly. See, I don't know if it's True Colors. I mean, it could be part of it, True Colors. But, I mean, I didn't work with a lot of them anyway. But now I know for sure not to work with any of them, Let's see. Jennifer Hale is very pro-union. She wouldn't take the VA opportunity if she wasn't aware of the union issues. And she wasn't compensated correctly either, So, like I said, it is what it is. It is what. But like I said, maybe because I had a personal stake in it, that's people attacking me. Nobody attacked me personally over Black Myth Wukong, So maybe that's the reason why I felt like I wasn't as bad. But to me, I mean, obviously the Black Myth Wukong controversy is bigger. It's more notable. It's probably, for many people's eyes, it's bigger, right? Yeah, true. But I'm just saying, in terms of what actually happened, what people were doing, I think it could have been a little bit worse. Although, once again, Black Myth went into the whole culture war thing, so maybe I didn't see all of it. But like I said, Bayonetta was crazy, because we had, like I said, content creators throwing fan campaigns to overthrow Jennifer Hale as a voice actor. I ain't never seen that. I ain't never seen that before. I've seen boycotts of games, it was a boycott. Not only was it a boycott, but it was also we're going to overthrow the voice actor. Like in Hogwarts Legacy or in Black Myth, I never heard of them saying, we're going to overthrow voice actors. I've heard of boycotts before, but literally run a fan campaign to overthrow the voice actor, a beloved voice, a famous within the world of voice acting, beloved voice actor that's been doing this for decades. I ain't never seen that before. That was, like I said, that was crazy. Maybe it wasn't as big, Lucky Lefty, but I ain't never seen that before. That's crazy. Unless, like, the only time that I've seen, like, oh, overthrow a voice actor or get that guy out of there or get that girl out of there is, like, when there's a, like, that person committed a crime. Like, if there was a crime being committed or they're doing something that they shouldn't be doing, then, yeah, like, that's, like, okay, yeah, obviously, get them out of there. But Jennifer Hale didn't do anything. She just got the job, you know? So, yeah. You and the Spawncast guys should collab with Colin's Last Stand, like Gene Park, etc. That'd be interesting. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I'd be down. Yes, YouTubers like RTU and Moist Critical also jumped on the gun too. It was more wild. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. So yeah. To be honest, more were trashing on Camilla than Jennifer Hale. But yeah, they were crazy. But here's the thing though, they were. But Monado, they won, like I said, Susie ran a fan campaign to overthrow Jennifer Hale as a voice actor. So yes, they were trashing on Camilla, but listen, that happened. You see what I'm saying? Like, that happened. Yes, they were trashing on Camilla. Absolutely, you're right about that. Camilla was one of the reasons why they don't like Camilla. A lot of people don't like Camilla. So yeah, that became a thing. That became a thing to where let's just bash Camilla, you know? Yeah, of course he did it. He's a douchebag. Look at how he treats everybody. Of course he did this, you know? Q dressed all in black. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. Let's see. Oh man, shoot, I forgot. Good afternoon. Hey, what's up, Bad Set? Welcome again, bro. Thank you for the support earlier. Some streamers will hide their hand for their true motive. They really will, Simeon Coin. That's why you gotta be careful, man. You gotta be careful. I mean, it's just like life. You gotta be careful about who you surround yourself with, who you roll with, all that. That's why you don't be seeing me all over the place, man. People be asking me to come on different things and all that, but nah, I just don't do it because, like I said, I don't know. I don't know what their true intentions are. Like, you know, I don't know. She thought she could get replaced when she got. She thought she couldn't get replaced when she got when they did. She got mad. Exactly. I think that I think she probably was upset over her pay too. I think that she was upset over that. But I think also she maybe thought that she couldn't get replaced. But I think she was actually upset about her pay. But the pay was, I mean, the pay was what the pay was. You know, it was like that 10 grand plus or whatever for only a bit of voice acting, not too much. Let's see here. Shout outs with Callie with is that Yen? Let's go. Integrity is earned and lost. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 100%. Earned and lost. Let's go. Thank you for the 200 yen, man. Appreciate that. Let's go. Plus, if you go on everything, you might be that person who takes something that you say out of context and use against you. Exactly. I see that happening to Gene Park all the time. Gene Park was on that show with Septic Sauce, that Xbox guy, and yeah, like people took some bald PlayStation fan. I don't know if y'all seen this bald Stone Cold, like Temu Stone Cold Steve Austin looking dude, sits there and calls Gene Park a fanboy and all this other stuff like this, man. I'm like, bro, he simply just talked about the PS5 Pro. Like, if it's $700 or whatever without a disk drive, like, do people just maybe potentially go with the PC instead, right? That's all he said. He didn't say, and you know, you got guys that will sit there and take that out of context, and Gene was on a podcast when he said that, right? So yeah, people will take stuff that you say out of context. I mean, heck, people do that on the Spawncast as well, but you know, if you go on more. Let's see here. You said we're bald like it's no. I'm just saying that because he don't rock. I mean, listen, there's a right and wrong way to rock bald, bro. He ain't rocking bald. He don't got the head shape for bald, or he's like Humpty Dumpty. You know what I'm saying? Like if you bald, here's the thing about if you bald, you gotta have a beard. You can't have a goatee. No goatee and bald. If you're bald, you gotta have a beard and you gotta be in shape. Like, those are the two things. You really want to rock bald. Like, when I go bald, 'cause I'll go bald. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point I will probably, right? When I go bald, I got the physique. You know what I'm saying? And I got the beard. So it's going to be okay. You know? So if you're bald, nothing wrong with being bald. But you got to enhance the other parts. You got to get in the gym. You got to grow the beard. You can't be bald, Humpty Dumpty shaped, and be out here talking about Gene and talking crazy about video games. You can't. That's 3 strikes, you're out. Like or you got to be super smart. You know what I'm saying? You got to be really, really smart. If you're bald, okay, that's fine. Be super smart. You got to have something else that really enhances everything else. You know. So yeah, bald with no beard, overweight is a crazy build, bro. That's definitely a crazy build. So I mean, listen. I know some of y'all might be like that. I'm not trying to hate or nothing, but I'm just trying to give you guys some advice. Nothing wrong with being bald. Some guys can. I think I actually have the head shape to rock bald. My wife told me the same thing. She's like, yeah, you can rock bald. Like, if it don't work for you in a little bit, you're getting older. Like, you can rock bald. I said, yeah, I might rock bald because at least I got a little bit of a physique. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I got a beard, so I can rock bald. You know, or I can rock a really low cut, right? Really, really low cut. So. I'm just saying, but you can't be Humpty Dumpty, bald, no beard, and talking crazy Sony fanboy gibberish. Come on now, that's when you get called out. Let's see here. So OJ has every bald dude that's suddenly doing push-ups here, man. Yeah, I'm just gonna let mine's growing back. Mine's growing actually pretty good, but I mean, if it ever does, I'll just let it fall out. I'll just trim it real low and just let it fall. I don't really care, you know, because like I said, I'm gonna take care of everything else. I'm gonna rock the, get in the gym. I'm gonna rock the physique, I got the beard, so I'm good. So it's fine by me. It ain't no big deal, I think MVG rocks the ball. MVG got the ball beard rocking, but MVG's super smart and he's a developer, so. Once again, he can rock the bald beard. Bald's a good. There's nothing wrong with bald. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't want to say it like a slur. There's nothing wrong with it. But you can't. Like I said, you can't be having all that crazy build. Like, you can't do that, man. So yeah, just go with the Wings of Redemption bald physique. See, the thing about Wings though, Wings kind of got that personality where it doesn't offset it. But he got that kind of like that personality where it does a little bit, not really, but it does a little bit, but not really, but shout out to Slane. Thank you for the 2. We out here. RGT is not bald at all. He has more hair than all of us, all the guys on the Spawn cast, except for like maybe Nate. But like, if you're talking about like all the OG members or all of us, like me, Dreamcast guy, MVG, Nate, John, RGT got more hair than all of us. Definitely got more hair than all of us. 100%. Maybe not Nate. I think Nate has a nice full head of hair, but Sean's got a full head of hair. So yeah, Sean's got a full head of hair. He just likes to wear hats, Nah, he don't got a Krusty the Clown cut. He's got a good hairline. Sean actually, he just always wears hats, but his hairline's fine. His hair is fine. I've seen it. I've seen it before. It's fine. Hey, what's up, Brenda? Welcome to the stream. Players gonna be rocking the I will not be rocking the Jerry Rice. Listen, guys, if my hairline ever go all the way back to here, trust me, we ain't rocking that. We just no, we ain't rocking no Jerry Rice, bro. If my hairline ever, I'm just shaving it off, man. I'm just shaving it off. Nate, if you go back to the original Spawncast episodes, Nate has a picture of himself when he was young. So if you just go back to like some of the first episodes when Nate is talking, he had a picture. That was actually a picture of himself. So it doesn't look like, but that was him like when he was in his like 20s. Nate's like in his mid 30s or mid late 30s now. I think he's like in his mid or late 30s. But he had a picture of him like when he was young, like when he was like in his 20s. So that's him. If you really want to see a picture of him, that's him. So yeah. No, we're not showing the Jerry Rice hairline. Not right now. Not right now. No, don't worry though. Nintendo, we'll save it. We got something for it. I got something for it at the Juice Jam. Let's see. So yeah. Vision Nate looked like the ant dude, but apparently he looks like Die Hard 1 villain. Yeah, he looks like the Hans Gruber. Get that Vegeta lineup going. No Vegeta for me. I got my line. It's like I said. It ain't Stephen A. Like I mean, it can maybe get to a Stephen A at some point, but I'll cut it off before it gets to a Stephen A. You know what I'm saying? So my hairline, it's okay. That's not Vegeta-ing. But Dreamcast guy absolutely got a Vegeta. That man's definitely got the white Vegeta going. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's got a Vegeta. The funniest part, I remember one time Dreamcast guy cut his hair on stream, and somebody was watching his stream and literally unprovoked came to my stream because Dreamcast guy cut his hair on stream. He's like, yo, OJ, Dreamcast guy cut his hair and he looks like Vegeta. I was like, bro, why are you coming here saying that? I was like, bro, come on, man. It was like a number of years ago. It might have been like COVID. Or right after COVID or right before COVID. I forgot exactly when, but yeah, somebody did that, bro. I was dying laughing, man. I was like, why are you coming here telling me you look like Vegeta? I saw, what's it called? Because sometimes I'll be watching like barbers. You guys ever seen like, kind of like what's hot right now? Like on YouTube, there'll be like barbers who fix people's messed up haircuts, messed up balding, receding hairline, all that stuff, right? People that fix it, right? And I saw one guy, he definitely had like that Vegeta going. They do those they go spray all those damn enhancements that are gonna wash off in like a day or whatever. But somebody in the chat, because that guy had like that Vegeta going, right? That hairline, that bulb hairline, light bulb hairline, like with the peak. And somebody in the chat, like in the comment section, was like, yo, Vegeta's got competition. And I seriously lost it. I'm like, bro, those comments are so funny. Look at those like messed up haircuts. Go on, if you want to have a laugh, go on YouTube and look up like barbers that fix haircuts. And look at the comment section, bro. People in there are hilarious. The funniest stuff, man. Funniest stuff. Those barbers always be spray painting hair. They do a lot of enhancements. What I would love to see, I mean, don't get me wrong, the people look better. But what I would like to see is like, don't do the enhancements. Just cut their hair, brush it, give them the best lineup that you can give them without the. If they got a Vegeta, rock the Vegeta. You know what I'm saying? If your edges are cornering or lines are missing, just rock the haircut without it. Just get the edge up without it. If it's fading back a little bit, that's fine. I would love for them to just do it without that. Just do it. I mean, some of them are without that, but I would love to see them just do the haircut and just, if they got the Vegeta, rock the Vegeta. If they got the receding, rock the Stephen A. And just, if you want to keep your hair, then just do that. If you're not going to shave it off, you know? So that's what I would say, man. McDonald's M on the. No, real quick, we'll talk about Star Fox. But I'll tell you guys the story real quick about the one time that I had a Vegeta hairline. So here's what happened, bro. I went to go get my haircut. This was like back in like 2016. I was working at like a recruiting facility, right? And I was like, all right, let me go get a haircut. So I went to go get a haircut. And this is before I went to go to my guy that does my haircuts now. So, and he went, I sat down, I was like, this brother, and he was like, all right, man, what you want, man? What you want? I'm like, yeah, just give me a one all around. Just give me a one all around. And like, I'm like, just give me an edge up. And then he was like, all right, no problem. So then he starts cutting, and then he looks like he's confused. Cause you know, I did have a little bit of a crooked hairline, you know? And he looks a little confused. He's like, and he's looking and he's going, and then the boss of the area, like the boss of the barbershop comes like, that guy cuts my hair now. And the boss comes and goes like, hey man, like, no, he like puts my hair, he's like, no, you gotta do this. And like, he's trying to help him fix it up. And then all of a sudden, like that guy leaves and all of a sudden I just see him going zzz, 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 like pushing me back and pushing me back. And I'm like, bro, is he, I didn't say nothing. I don't want him to mess up. I'm like, I hope he ain't pushing me back. Bro, I look at his hairline. It's an M. It's a Vegeta. Like, you see, my hairline's like this. See, it's not, it's back a bit, but it ain't an M. You know? I look at his hairline, it's an M. He's a black Majin Vegeta. I look at my hairline, we look like brothers. We look like legitimately brothers, like dark-skinned brothers. Just look, I'm looking at my hairline, I'm like, bro, he just put an M in my forehead. I'm like, black Majin Vegeta, like, how you gonna push my hair? Bro, I had literally, it was like my hairline, it was an M. It was an M. I ain't never seen that. I'm like, bro, did I just get an M cut? I'm like, bro, did I just get I got the Vegeta. So I'm over here like, bro, come on. You know? Goodness gracious. So all of a sudden I was just thinking about just putting an M on my forehead. I might as well. You know? Yeah, I had a Majin hairline, bro. I had a Majin. Bro, it was terrible. Good thing I work with all white people. Nobody clowned me at work. You know, sometimes a lot of white people, they can't tell when you got a bad cut. Why do Mexican people can't? Oh, Mexican people can tell. Mexican people can tell. Only some. Not all. The Mexican people that are more inclined, like with the black people, they know. But the people that I work with, they were all white, and then it was the Mexican people that don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? It was Mexican people that don't know about that, so they just thought it was normal. So thankfully, I work with all people that had no idea. So I was able to rock that cut and not have a problem, you know, and just wear hats on my stream. So yeah. Bro, your hairline ain't that bad. It might stop there. I mean, it might recede back further. It might stop there. I don't know. It's definitely receded since I was younger. You know, I still got some thinning a little bit. It's like I said, it's not too bad. But yeah, like the hairline's okay. My barber, he fixed it. It used to be worse. He fixed it. I did a good job of, I took some natural stuff to help regrow my hair a bit. I took natural, it's like biotin. I was taking like some of that green tea. I was doing all that stuff to help regrow my hair, and it helped my hairline. So at my barber, I started going to that one guy, like the guy that was like, hey, let me fix it. And he helped me. Cause like I had a lot of barbers that did bad haircuts, you know, didn't know how to do haircuts. Like, yeah, the Hercule. Yeah, the Hercule. So yeah. They just think black folks got big foreheads. That's what I'm saying. Exactly, Lord Drifter. So it was no big deal when I went there. My manager was like, oh, nice haircut. I was like, yeah. It was like this tall white lady that was my boss, dude. She was like, nice haircut. Nice haircut. I was like, yeah, great, sure. It was not a nice haircut, bro. It was Majin. It was Majin Black Vegeta. Since my front hairline is receding, I'm Vegeta too. Listen, like I said, guys, if you rocking a receding or a fake, guys, listen. If you rocking a Vegeta, if you rocking a receding, a Stephen A, it's okay. Just line it up the best that you can. And like I said, just go to the gym. Just exercise, eat healthy, go to the gym, work out a bit. I'm telling you, when you rock a Vegeta or you rock a receding, it's okay if you're in better shape. I'm telling you, now the problem is when you rocking a Vegeta and you're not in shape, you don't got a good job, you don't got your own place, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. You're in trouble. If you do that, you're in trouble. But if you rocking a Vegeta or a Stephen A and you got an okay job, you got your own place, you got a car, you're doing good for yourself, you're not, you're not struggling, everything's okay. You can find a girl or a guy or whatever you're into. It wouldn't be too much of a problem. You just got to deal with it, right? Because nobody's perfect. Trust me. A lot of these women that you're going to get with, trust me, you're going to see that they got a lot of issues too. Nobody's perfect, all right? Nobody's dating none of us are Tom Brady, okay? So a lot of these people that are out there, and even if they are, a lot of these people that are out there, they're dating these girls, they're caking on so much makeup or they're getting fake this and all that. So nobody's perfect, all right? So If you rocking that Vegeta or you rock, don't do the enhancements. Just edge up the Vegeta. Just edge up the Vegeta. Let it just rock the brush. You know, cut it low, rock the brush, edge up the Vegeta. Go to the gym, lift a little bit of weights, eat good, eat healthy, get your job, save your money, do what you gotta do, you know, and that's it. And live your life. Don't worry about that, you know. Don't worry about the edge ups. Too many guys are worried about having the whole edge up in the hair and all that. Too many guys are worried about that, you know. So just go to Turkey if it gets that bad. Nah, man, I ain't trying to go there. They'll be doing that. They make you look like a whole different person. I remember it was a 10. My mom forced me to cut my fro. Took me to barber college. Only supposed to take a few inches. They took it all. Oh man. Remember how bad Donovan McNabb? Yeah, Donovan McNabb definitely had that Sanford and Son / Vegeta, you know, Vegeta Campbell's chunky soup Vegeta hairline. Yeah, he definitely had that too. But I mean, you know, he rocked it, man. He rocked it. McNabb rocked that fro, that shaped fro. It was the most weirdest shape, that boomerang fro. It was like you got the Vegeta, but then it was also, his hair was also shaped like that too. It was like a boomerang, you know, or like hills. It was like a weird shaped fro. It went like whoop. It was like a roller coaster fro. Male lace fronts coming soon. I mean, have you guys seen like the wigs that some guys wear? Now listen, I ain't gonna say who it is, but there's a content creator here that legit was balding, and now he's rocking a Bob Marley. And I'm like, wait a minute. This dude was absolutely balding. Had no hair. One video, the next video, he's got full-on dreads. Like, I ain't gonna say who it is. Maybe y'all can find out. He went from balding to dreads, and I'm thinking to myself, like, What? How'd you go from bald? This man went from balding to dreads, bro. Full, like, thick dreads. Thick, like, Yaman, like, Rasta life. Like, straight up Bob Marley. No woman, no cry. Like, I just thought he was going to be just say, like, just bust out, no woman, no cry. No, I thought he was just going to bust out, start singing out of nowhere. I was just gonna sing Buffalo Soldier. I'm like, what? Oh my gosh, bro, it was crazy. I was like, all right, hey, look, man, you can go that route too. You can go that route too if you want. Them new wigs are crazy. You really can't tell that they glue. Yeah, they glue them on, bro. They glue them on. It's like a Lego piece. Definitely like a Lego piece, bro. Like a Lego piece. So sorry to interrupt you, OJ, but you never did play I didn't play your music request? What? Oh, my bad. Sorry, dude. Yo, big love to Simeon Coin. Simeon, give me another track and don't do another dono for it. Just give me one more track and I'll play another track of yours. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I thought I did. My bad. I'm stupid. All right, here we go. Hey, look, I don't care if y'all say it. I'm just saying. Listen, there could have been all sorts of people, so I don't know who y'all talking about. You know? But if you want to say, that's up to you. No harassment towards anybody, guys. No harassment towards anybody. You know, it's all good. No harassment towards anybody. Yo, let's go. Shout out to me, Coin. I appreciate you, man. Let's see here. My mister says it's I rock the Fangita. What's the Fangita? Charlie Ward. Let's see here. What's the Fangita? Yo, what's up, Clue for Prez? Welcome to the stream. You know, welcome to the stream. You know, but I would say this, guys. Here's what I will say. I will say that, you know, I've been to Hawaii. You know, many times I've been to Hawaii. Hawaii is a great place. I love Hawaii. It's great. I've been there. You know, There's a lot of great podcasts, potentially even the best podcasts in Hawaii as well. So, so I do love Hawaii. I do love it. It's a great place to stay. It's a great place. It's a great place to go to, man. So there you go. Shout outs, Clue. Appreciate you, man. Just want to compare before and after. What's up, R. Smith? Welcome. One plus side is that they can radically switch the hairstyle pretty easily. That's true. But I mean, I don't know. Do you guys want to walk around with something glued to your head? You know, every 2-3 weeks you gotta. How long do those wigs last? Like if the wig lasted forever, I'd say, and it didn't get nasty and all that, then I'd say, okay, you know, cool. But like, you gotta change it every what? Every what? Month? Don't you gotta change it pretty often? That's gotta get itchy pretty fast. I mean, I think they put some stuff in there to help to where it doesn't itch your scalp. But yeah, I would guess it's gotta get kind of itchy maybe at some point. You know? So yeah. It says turkey's cheap, all the British dudes do it. I'd be slightly prepared enough if I fall off, I wore one. Well, they glue it. They glue it to your head. So yeah. No, we haven't discussed Star Fox yet. We've been talking about this whole thing. One thing to do, guys, like even if you're balding or you're receding or whatever, or you're balding or whatever, there's much easier ways than going and doing all that. Like you can just go on Amazon and like you can just use some of like that tap hair thing, right? You can use that stuff. There's all sorts of ways. Like you don't gotta go glue a damn wig to your head, you know? You don't gotta do all that. Shelves in the Sky remake is Switch exclusive for right now, and it is, yeah. Remember LTG asked homie about it. He kept it up front though. Wait, LTG asked homie about it. Wait, hold up, Juice. I didn't know about. Wait a minute, hold up. Wait, who are you talking? Let's just get it out there. Juice, who are you talking? Wait, LTG and this person spoke about it. Wait, hold up. I need to know. I didn't know this lore. Is there a video, Juice? You gotta DM me. Oh, man. I did not know about this lore. I gotta see it, bro. I gotta see it. Only two men that look good bald are Bruce Willis and Dwayne Johnson. Every other guy looks at deformed. I disagree. There's a lot of other people that are bald. Stone Cold Steve Austin looks good bald. Yeah, obviously The Rock looks good bald. Bruce Willis looks good bald. Who else looks good bald? There's a lot of guys. Randy Orton's pretty much bald at this point. I think Kurt Angle looked okay bald. There's a lot of guys that look okay bald. A lot of football players that looked okay bald too. James Harrison, he was bald, Steelers player. Michael Jordan looked better bald than he did with hair. Michael Jordan looked fantastic bald. Charles Barkley looks okay bald. Shaq looks okay bald. No, there's a lot of guys that look okay bald. Vin Diesel. Manu Ginobili rocked a damn cul-de-sac. I don't know what the hell Manu Ginobili was doing. I have no idea what the heck Manu Ginobili was. Yeah, he eventually cut it bald, but for some reason Manu Ginobili was rocking a damn cul-de-sac in the NBA. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. His wife needs to tell him to cut that out. You know? Yeah, Tupac rocked the bald haircut. Jason, yeah, the Statham guy, he rocks a bald haircut. Mike Tyson, bald haircut, you know? Nah, man. Goldberg had the bald haircut. Yeah, those aren't the only two guys. There's a lot of people that can rock bald. A lot of guys that can rock bald. Like I said, if you're tall and buff, you can rock bald. I don't care what your head looks like. I don't care what your head shape looks like. If you're tall and buff, you can rock bald. If you're tall, buff, and a beard, you actually might look better bald. If you're tall, buff, and you have a beard, you might actually look better bald. And I mean tall as in like tall, like 6'4", 6'5", and up. If you're that tall, you might literally look better with bald and a beard. If you can rock a fat beard and you're bald and you're that tall, absolutely. But even if you're not that tall, even if you're 5'10", 5'11", 5'7", 5'8", if you can just be in shape and have a beard, you know, or at least like a shadow, right? Like, that's fine right there too. Walter White, Patrick Stewart, yeah, Bryan Cranston, yeah, they all rock bald. Kalu with the bald. Hulk Hogan looks ridiculous, and he's a fraud. He's a bum. So even if he was bald, he looked ridiculous. He looks ridiculous now. He looks ridiculous bald. He's a bum. Check your DMs. Oh man, this is gonna be good. Yeah, that's it. Yo, Juice, give me the rundown. What happened? No, bro, give me the oddity. How did those two come about it, though? I want to know. And what was he upfront about it? You got to send me the links, bro. Yeah, that's it. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I mean, obvious. It was pretty obvious, right? It's pretty obvious. It ain't like real. Let's see here. Old Dads. I have not seen the movie Old Dads. I have not. I pass on having a beard. Okay, then don't have one. I ain't trying to say that you have to have a beard. If you don't want a beard, then don't have a beard. I mean, really, at the end of the day, it's what you want. But I'll tell you this, from someone who's, you know, looked, and I know, like, a lot of women like beards. Like, I'll just say that. I mean, if you might not be into women, might be into men or into whatever you want to be into. I don't care. But a lot of, like, if you're talking about women, a lot of women like beards. Like, that's just, not every woman, not everybody. I'm not saying every single woman likes beards. No, I'm just saying a lot of women do like beards, though. So I want to keep that in mind. All right, what's up, Jonathan? So let's see here. OJ, what JRPG would you put next to Chrono? There is no JRPG. It's the one, the only, the Omega. The one, the only, and the Omega. Nobody's gonna say anything to James Harrison about him being bald. James Harrison been bald for forever. James Harrison like never had hair. Oh man, never had hair. Nah, it's not that. Nah. It's not Deji. No. I need to see the conversation that those two had which led to that. I need to see it and how he was straight up about it. I need to see it. I need to see that. So, which was funny because back in the day when I was like younger, a beard wasn't like anything. It's not like you needed, like, the beard was not in. It wasn't until like probably like maybe like when I really started seeing that it was in was like 2015 and up. I'm pretty sure it was before that too, but 2015 and up. But the person that I was with beforehand hated beard. So and I had a job that was like, you can't have a beard, even though I could have a beard. They're like, you can't have a beard. So a lot of the jobs that I had, you weren't allowed to have facial hair. Like, you weren't allowed to have, like, maybe you could have like a mustache, but I'm not rolling around with just a mustache. That just looks like I'm in the 70s or something like that. So I would just shave everything. Like, if they say, oh, you can have a mustache but no beard, I'd just be like, I just shave the whole thing. I'll just shave. There's no point. A guy with the beard, he wasn't necessarily considered a bum, but the guys like with the tacky, like a big beard, yeah, I mean, there was definitely that thought process a little bit. Unless like you really shaped it up and you really had it nice. It wasn't until more recently that you could have like a big old like manly, you know, beard, right? And that was like, oh, okay, that's okay too, right? I think certain action movies made beards more. I think so. I'm not sure when it happened because, like I said, the transition happened like I was in a relationship with someone and then I got out of a relationship with that person, and then I was like dating for a while before I met my wife and before we got married. And every single girl that I dated in that time period for that, you know, couple of years or whatever was like, oh, I love your beard. Oh, wow, your beard's nice. Oh, like every single one. There wasn't one single girl that I met that was like, not like, oh, shave that, or oh, I don't like it. And I'd ask too, like, I'd like, yo, what do you think? Like, what do you like more? You like shaving, or, you know? I was trying to gather information myself, you know, because I hadn't dated since before college, you know? like I haven't dated like that since before college, and every single one said they like beard. So I was like, all right, I'll keep beard, you know. Beards took off when the PS4 dropped. Yeah, that's what it seems like. Maybe sometime in the 2010s, you know, sometime in the it definitely wasn't before 2010. Cause I don't remember it like when I was going to school and all. I don't remember it when I was in school at all. I remember at one point there was a time when chin curtains were in, where like a little thin chin curtain. Reggie Bush had it, so a lot of guys were rocking. I rocked that. A lot of guys were rocking the chin curtain, like a thin line, like a. So there was definitely that time period. Around the time we started seeing guys rocking man bun. Okay, was it with the man bun? The chin strap was diabolical. Yeah. Oh man. This is my homeboy used to cope with not being able to grow a beard due to how strong his African heritage was. Not being able to grow a beard. A lot of African guys can grow a beard. I'm African. I can grow a beard. So I don't know about all that. I can grow a beard. A lot of African dudes can grow a beard. A lot of the African dudes on TV can grow a beard too. Like Acho, he can grow a beard, and a lot of the guys that are on TV, Ayuk, he's got a beard. So I don't know. I don't know about all that. Oh, I don't know about that. It says, yeah, it's not the first time I heard before, but yeah, no. Yeah, that's not a thing. Not from, I mean, I don't know, maybe different parts of Africa. I mean, Africa is very diverse. So, I mean, like, you got to remember, like, when you, House King, I don't think you know anything about Africa, which is fine. But, like, Africa is, like, it's not a country. It's a continent. And there's many countries within the continent. So don't think of it as the United States. Like, oh, this is a country, United States. Africa's not that. Africa has a bunch of United States within Africa. There's a bunch of countries that have their own language, money, customs, tradition, all sorts of stuff, all within, like, right next to each other, like states almost, but they're not. They're all individual countries. So it's very, 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 very diverse. So when you say African, that would be like saying, oh, well, American, and including like all of the Americas, like South America included with like North America, right? It's like, no, South America is very different from North America. Same thing with Africa. There's too many countries. It's too diverse. Like there's people that are really tall and really, 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 really dark in Africa, right? Certain people, like Sudan, there's people that are not like that. There's people that are definitely lighter and that are shorter. You know, there's people that can absolutely grow beards and people that can. And there's also, it's very diverse within Africa. So you have to keep that in mind. You know, Africa's not a country. It's a continent with many, many, many countries within it. So just keep that in mind. Let's see here. Like a Dragon is an old game. Infinite Wealth is a newer fame. Oasis, I think you're behind on the stream, Oasis. First London 7 continents from the Koopas on the Super Mario Bros. Show. I'm surprised so many adults today do not know all 7 of them. Yeah, man. Yeah, just my wife, just to give you guys an example, like my wife in Nigeria alone, she can speak like 3 or 4 different languages just in Nigeria. 3 or 4 different dialects. Different languages just in Nigeria alone. Nigeria is one country, but just in Nigeria alone, there's different languages within that. There's like different, and she can speak most of them in addition to English. So that's how diverse it is. Even within the country, the official language is English, but even within the country, there are multiple different languages. And I'm not talking about people that live here that speak Spanish or people that, no, I'm talking about actual dialects of tribes from, that are in Nigeria, so it's very different. So yeah. I mean, obviously the white population in Africa is very low compared to other places, compared to let's say obviously like Europe, right, or America. But I mean, yeah, definitely South Africa. There's quite a number. I mean, in some other places, I mean, like usually when I go to Nigeria, you'll see some white people. Like you won't see a lot, but you'll see some. You'll see them every now and then, especially like if you go anywhere like where there's like international business, you'll see them working there, you know. Usually not in like the trenches, but yeah, definitely like international business areas, you'll see white people working there, or they'll just see some, they'll just live there. It's like you can take like 50K here and then go there and like live like a king, right? So you can live way better than you'd live here, like if you make that much, right? So there's also that. Some people just do that. They're just like, I don't really have any family, whatever here. I'll just go live somewhere else where I can like convert my salary, you know, and I can live way better somewhere else, you know? So yeah. Yokai Watch 5 is the type of game that should be okay, but we're gonna move on, guys. We gotta move on to the next. I know a lot of you guys have questions about other stuff and all these things, but we're gonna move on to the next thing. Because we gotta get to these next topics. Overall. We gotta get to these next topics. So let's do that. We're gonna start off with Star Fox. So the former Star Fox artist does think that the franchise can return. So he feels that the franchise can return, that we might see something. So here's what he had to say recently in a post. So he said this. At Gamescom, is it Rhiannon Bevan from Gamer.com got a chance to talk to Takaya Imayura. Oh my god. Is it Imayura? The key designer from Star Fox and F-Zero. And in that interview, he talked about Miyamoto and if there's ever a chance that there's gonna be like a Star Fox movie or anything like that. So essentially he said this about adapting the game into film first and foremost. He said, if you create a game on a certain platform or medium, so for example, F-Zero on the Super Nintendo, once that hardware platform is gone, then the IP ceases to be accessible. But if you create a film, then that's accessible through the ages. Well, I mean, I don't know about that because you can just simply port the game to the next system, right? So, I mean, yes and no. So there was also another interview suggesting that there could be some more. So he did talk about this to AI, briefly saying, quote, "It's human nature to want to see the face of a person behind the creative vision." So I do, okay, he talked about AI, so we're not going to talk about that. So I want to talk about what he said about Miyamoto and Star Fox, but I don't know. I thought I had it up here. Okay, yeah, here we go. So he says that he does believe that Shigeru Miyamoto has a lot of love, and he's got, quote, he's got the strongest feelings for Star Fox, quote unquote. And he said that because of Miyamoto's love for the Star Fox series, he does feel like they will see another game or some kind of new development in the IP at some point. He just doesn't know when. I mean, we did see F-Zero 99, so that came back. But yeah. Nintendo Prime got racial by the PS fanboys. Yeah, they definitely ate up Nintendo. They ate Prime for dinner. Some prime rib. Yeah, they definitely ate him up. That's why, like I said, it's silly to get into conversations about PC gaming and about this stuff online on Twitter. That's why I don't do it. I don't do it at all. You know? So, because these guys they're gonna go after you. So yeah. They should do a Star Fox that has the option to do main campaign 4-player co-op. Yeah, that'd be nice, but I mean, you'd have to have a good Star Fox in the first place. I would say focus on having a good game, and then of course you can flesh out some of the other stuff, right? But yeah, Nintendo Prime definitely he got demolished. He got demolished. So it was pretty funny. Freaking scammers. Hey, I recently changed my number. Hope we can stay in touch. And I didn't know you. You would have said your name. If you were someone that, you would have said your name. Stop the cat. Yeah, so let's see. Question, OJ. If we see another Star Fox, what kind do you want to be? I personally want a mixture of N64 and GameCube. Yeah, I mean, if we got another Star Fox, I would love to see like it really be like the N64 version of the game and like the GameCube, right? Like you can do some really cool like on ground or land missions or whatever, but then you can also do some stuff in the air as well. I think that'd be fun. Or if they just wanted to really just give us a really good, you know, Star Fox 64, but like actually like a new game though. Like make it like a new game. Like not the same story, not a revision or retelling, but a brand new story, new characters, new everything. Like still have Fox and all that, but still have like other new characters in the game. Make it to like where you can like upgrade your ship, like you can, based on how well you do in the missions, you can get money, and then you can upgrade your ship or your airplane, your R-wing, and then make it to where like you can take on side quests and like side missions for like bigger bounties and like harder missions, right? So I think that would be kind of cool if they can do something like that, you know? So that'd be super cool. Big love to Nick93. Thank you for the $2 though. I appreciate that. 75 on the board. We are definitely going.
Even further beyond.
Let's go. Hey OJ, how you doing today, buddy? Hey, what's up, man? Welcome. I just think Switch 2 will be a rebirth for the franchise like Star Fox, F-Zero, and Kid Icarus. I mean, it's always possible, but then at the same time, it's like not that they're just like, no, we're not gonna do that, right? So, who knows at this point? I'm hoping though. I think that we probably get remasters before we get anything else though. You know, we probably get remasters before we get new games in those entries, but maybe not with Star Fox, right? Because we just had that. So yeah, but it's definitely possible. Dude, you're describing Starlink Switch version? No, Starlink, that's not an actual Star Fox game. Like that's a Starlink game, and then they just put Star Fox in there. So I'd actually like there to be in the Star Fox world with the actual Star Fox characters and everything, not a Starlink game that shoves some Star Fox stuff into it. You know, don't get me wrong though, Starlink is great and definitely they can build off of that, but I'd like to see it more fleshed out than what Starlink was, you know? So yeah, can Star Fox be an anime? There is a short anime of Star Fox. Have you not seen it? Check it out. Like that little short that they did before, it was like promotion for, it wasn't like a real anime series, but it was like an animated thing for Star Fox before Star Fox Zero came out. It's pretty cool. I know I'm jumping the gun here, but how are we feeling about Visions of Mana? Nobody in the chat brought it up yet, as far as I know. No, Visions of Mana is good. Obviously, it's good. I think some people are waiting for like the Switch 2 version, if that's gonna happen. If you watch my video, a lot of people watched that video. I think it got to over like 11K views of like the review roundup, and people are still commenting. There's like 200 plus comments, so people are definitely talking about it. It just depends on stuff. But yeah, Visions of Mana, we did discuss it because the developers went out of business, or they all got fired or something like that, or they're gonna get fired. So yeah. But yeah, we definitely discussed it. So Star Fox movie needs to be puppets. I don't think it needs to be puppets. Obviously they can go that route if they wanted to go with puppets, they could. I would like an anime personally, but I can see if like they wanted to go with that. Hey, what's up, Jay Davey? Welcome to the stream. Shout outs, welcome. So, yeah, it was a while ago, and I think Nintendo calls it The Battle Begins. Yeah, so I'll just real quick, I can show you guys for those who maybe missed it. It's only 14 minutes long. It was like a little thing that they commissioned for Star Fox. I think this style would be pretty cool. Like, I don't think it would be bad for this style. Like,
Ellen! And which one of you boys messed with my desk?
Oh, let's go to this restaurant at the new water park and eat some crab.
You three deaf!
so if you haven't seen it, check it out. We're not gonna watch the whole thing just because it's 14 minutes.
Hey, what's that?
But
It's
we
a
can get
good
to
luck.
some of the other parts.
New visors, okay?
Huh, it's game time, huh?
Guys, remember this?
All right, boys, let's rock and roll.
It was for Star Fox Zero. But I think this would be great if they did something like this. They have some like 3D graphics. you know, with some anime.
Check your G diffuser system. I'm fine.
I'm
This will be good.
okay.
All systems go.
I'm taking you all down.
That's good.
Ha! This new visor's not too shabby. Rob,
Scouter,
how's the evac
Vegeta.
going?
Relocation of civilians complete.
So yeah, you guys go watch it. It's really good. I liked it when it came out, so you guys go watch it. I'm gonna put a link in the chat so you guys can check it out.
Overclock Buster!
I forgot to mute all of them. That's okay. We're good. So I'm gonna put a link for you guys. And there it is. So you guys can check it out when you want. Watch it. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. All right. Let's keep it going here. Star Fox movie done in that art style would be fantastic. Yeah, it would be really good. I'd enjoy it. Joe Z does the voice of Fox. Yes, he does. J2 always on that voice actor stuff. Black Ops 6 says Dub City. Yeah, Black Ops 6, sure. Let's see here. Sure, why not? Hate Star Fox? My opinion, don't get offended, chat. You hate Star Fox? Oh man, why do you hate Star Fox? Star Fox is great. It's a fantastic franchise. Hate is a strong word. Who do you think Nintendo and Miyamoto should trust to develop the next Star Fox? I think it should just, I don't know. That's the thing, like, I don't know what they should do. I'm not sure who to get or what they should do. So yeah. He's probably too young to have experienced Star Fox N64. I'll tell you this, nobody hated Star Fox 64 back when that game came out. That was like legitimately like the GOTY game that we would play all the time. I don't know why people say to be fair. Just say you like, you don't, there's nothing to be fair about. I don't understand why people use that to be fair. To be fair about what? If you like what you like. I don't get, people use that way too much online. To be fair, I like this. Like, what the hell? That's nothing to, how is that fair or unfair? What does it matter? What is to be fair about? I don't get it. Somebody help me with this to be fair thing that people use. I would use to be fair if you're making an argument or something with it, and then like there's like an actual like real counterpoint towards something. You just liking other games and that there's nothing to be fair about it or not. I don't get it. To be fair, I gotta take a piss. Be right back. He says, okay, my bad. In his defense, I don't. Yeah, just say, well, oh, I don't like the older Star Foxes or Zero or whatever the case is, but I like these. That's all you gotta say. There's nothing to be fair about. It's just an opinion. You know? It, like, to be fair would be like this, like, yo, LeBron James lost 6 finals. Goodness gracious, that dude's always losing. To be fair, he's also one of the biggest finals winners in history because he's won 4. That's what you'd use to be fair about. It would be that, not like, I don't like these ones, so to be fair, I like this. It's like, what? There's got to be like a real argument. You just liking something or not, that doesn't matter, you know? But it's all good though. I just hear that. Like people like on my Twitter is where I hear that a lot. Like if I say something, people are like, to be fair, I like this, and I'm like, okay, what? To be fair about what? You know, like just say your opinion. You know, your opinion isn't fair. It's just your opinion. You know, there's nothing fair about an opinion. It's just an opinion. That's it. It's just an opinion. It's not fair or unfair of what you like or don't like. There's nothing unfair. You know, if you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it, you like it. You know. So that's it. That's it. There's nothing fair or unfair about it. It's just, it is what it is. You know. It says you got me time laughing. Yeah, I had myself laughing. You guys had me laughing today, man. It was good stuff. To be fair is like saying to be fair. I like saying to be fair. Ever understood the hype for Star Fox on the SNES back when it launched? My friend thought it was the Dookie. I think he meant the Ish. okay, when were you born? Or when were you alive, Alcove Shadow? Like, were you alive when Star Fox on the Super Nintendo came out? Because if you were alive when it came out, that game was groundbreaking. That's why it was, the hype is there. Maybe you don't know anything about Star Fox, but that game had like the FX chip built into there where it could do full, like, it can actually do 3D graphics on a system that was not 3D. You know what I'm saying? Like, to actually have like the polygonal 3D graphics on the Super Nintendo, that was a huge deal for the Super Nintendo because most games were 2D and were not anything like that. Plus, there wasn't really any like rail shooters where you had control like that going into the stage with 3D graphics on the Super Nintendo. All we basically got was like side-scrolling, you know, like Gradius, right? We would see like a 2D plane and shooting like going left to right or something like that. That's all we get on the Super Nintendo. We never got anything with 3D graphics that looked like Star Fox, that had you flying through into the screen. I mean, it was, from a tech perspective, it was incredible. So if you were alive before the NES launched, and there's no way that you didn't see that game back then and not think that that was like incredible. Like, at least maybe you didn't like it, but there was no way that you didn't see that that was impressive because there was nothing else on the Super Nintendo in 1990, what, 1992? When did Star Fox come out? I forgot when it came out. Let me check. Star Fox, Super Nintendo release date. So I think that came out in 93. Yeah, 93. So there was nothing even close to being like that. The technology, like the Mode 7 plus the FX chip built into there, it was nuts. So everybody that I know that played it, we all thought, even if you didn't like the game, because there are people that didn't like the game, we all thought it was freaking impressive graphically. Like, we knew why it was a big deal. We knew why it sold so well. We knew why the people were lining up to go buy the game. Like, it was very obvious why the game was popular and why people thought the game was good, you know? It was very obvious just by looking at the game. So yeah. There's no way you thought that back in 1993 they were just blocks. There's no way. I don't believe it. Nobody was saying it's just blocks in 1993. There was no way. We didn't have advanced 3D graphics for the Super Nintendo. There was no way you were saying that in 1993. There was no way. There was no way. No way. Absolutely no way that you were saying that in. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Not because there just wasn't anything like it. There was nothing else to compare it to in terms of 3D graphics on the Super Nintendo. There was nothing. There was nothing else. Donkey Kong and KI, those were not full polygonal 3D games. Those were 2D side scrollers. If those were actual 3D platformers, then I'd say that you have a point. But they're not. Those are not 3D platformers with 3D graphics. They were rendered. They were rendered in 3D, then put on a flat 2D plane, and then where you go side to side, which was similar to what we have. Just obviously, it looked way more realistic, like the rendered graphics, like Mortal Kombat, or that was a little bit different, but that was like the photo digitized graphics. But those were still 2D games. Those were not 3D. You were not moving like you moved in Star Fox. So there ain't no. I don't believe it. I don't believe that you were just. Oh, those are just blocks. There's no way. Nobody said that back then. Nobody said that. So I don't think you listen. I'm not gonna call you a liar, but I don't think you saw it like that. I don't think you were there and say they were just blocks. I disagree. I don't think that happened. But hey, like I said, maybe you did. But I don't recall a single person saying that back in 1993. Because remember, that was even before the PlayStation hit store shelves. So yeah, PS1 launch date, US. So yeah, PlayStation hit store shelves in America in 1995. So that was 2 years plus before the PS1. How about Japan? Wasn't it a little bit release date? It was in 94. So that was a year before the PS1. That was 2 years before the PS1 in the US. So yeah, I don't believe it. But hey, if you felt that way, that's cool. If you felt that way, that was cool. To be fair, those blocks were cool. Exactly, they were new. Like they weren't. There was nothing else to compare it to. So just say that they were blocks for a 3D graphics game back then. Nah, because it was 3D and you were going into the screen. There was nothing else like that, you know? The fact that he said blogs tells you all that he needs to know. Yeah, I don't believe him. But hey, if that's what he said back then, I don't believe it. But it's all good. That has nothing to do with Black Myth Wukong. You're trying to compare. It's not the same thing, buddy. That's not the same thing. In terms of distance, your age is completely different. In terms of your mind and your thought process, you're capping right now. You're complete capping. Has nothing to do with Black Myth Wukong and how you think, how you thought 30 years ago compared to how you think now with games is not the same. Cut the cap. Now I know that you're just capping. Now this the same as Black Myth Wukong? No, it isn't. Dude, what that? It was 30 years. Nobody thinks the same about video games 30 years ago than they do right now. Like, oh, it's the same thing. I just thought mad. Like, stop. 30 years ago? Come on now. What are you, a robot? Ashoka Tano with the $10. And he says, as much as I love Xenoblade and I want Xenoblade Chronicles Export, do you think Monolith Soft's next game will be a new IP? No, I don't think so. I'm gonna make a video on it too. I love the Xeno games, but I want something new from them when it comes to JRPGs. No, I think it's gonna be Xeno, but I think they're gonna redo the game. I think the gameplay is gonna be very different from the Xeno that we know and love. So I think it's going to be very different. But I think it's going to be Xeno. I think it's going to be Xeno something. Xenoblade something, Xeno something, but it's going to be a Xeno game, I think. I'm going to have a video because I have talked about there being a new IP, but I did watch a video from somebody who's very well versed in that, and he kind of changed my mind based off some of the evidence that he talked about. So yeah. So I was not alive. Alive then, but to be fair, they're just blocks. but to be fair, let's see here. No, I don't think it's gonna be an action-based Xeno. I don't think so that it's gonna be an action-based. I mean, Xenoblade's already action-based, so I don't think it's gonna be button-mashing Xeno. No, I don't think so. And no, I definitely would not want a button-mashing Xeno. If you're gonna make a game, please make some tactical play in it. Do not make it, don't make it a button mashing Xeno, please. For all things that's good. Do not dumb it down for button mashing, please. But we'll see what they do. They might, but I doubt it. Monolith Soft never makes like stuff like that. They don't really like their RPGs at least aren't built like that. I mean, maybe they change, but I doubt it. Hey, what's up, Mr. Pearl? Welcome to the stream. Which video did you watch, or which person can you share? Because I'm interested. Which video did you watch, or which person? What do you talk about, Elias? So yeah. It's only button mashing if the game is too easy. No, it can be. I mean, yeah. Don't get me wrong. Like, obviously, if it's difficult, you can't button mash as much. But I don't know, man. I'm kind of over the whole just. I want them to create something new, but I don't need it to be an action RPG, like a full-on. I'm spamming the attack button, right? Or I'm running around dodging and spamming. Like I don't need it to be like FF7 Rebirth. I don't need it to be like Tales. Like I don't need a game. I don't need another game, or Kingdom Hearts. I don't need another game like that. We have a lot of those. If they can make something that's like a tactical type of turn-based RPG, or it's even like an action RPG that has tactical elements like built in, or it's a hybrid like Metaphor We've had Zero, where it's action and it's turn-based mixed, I'd be much more inclined for them to do something like that, because when you do that, you can actually add more depth and more strategy into the game than just simply an action RPG. Like Metaphor seems crazy. You can add action elements and you can add your turn-based elements. Obviously, Fire Emblem and games like that have way more tactical elements and way more strategy than a lot of the action RPGs out there. So I personally do not want them to dumb it down to an action RPG. So that's just me. But everybody has their own opinion, right? Something about watching a video change your mind about Monolith's next game. Oh, Luxon. Do I think that Nintendo will announce the Switch 2 this month? I think it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. So, possible, but we'll see. Star Fox game should be ready for Switch 2. I don't think a Star Fox game is ready for Switch 2. No, I don't think so, Southern Devil. But maybe we do get one, but I don't think it's like one that's just sitting there in the works ready. I don't think so. So yeah. It says, man, hype for Metaphor. I pre-ordered the physical on PS5. Yeah, I got the physical myself as well. Big love to Ashoka Tano. Thank you for the $10 dono, man. JoJo boys in the house. JoJo boys and girls. Shout out to Ashoka Tano, for those who don't know, has been here for a hot minute. Been here for a long time. I think like a decade or so. Maybe. So big love to Ashoka Tano. Thank you so much for your long-term support, dude. Seriously. Thank you so much. So... big love. Yes, I'm ready for football. Let's see here. Are they working on a new DK game? I think a new DK game is being worked on, yeah. I think that they're definitely working on a new DK game. Metaphor world just looks well realized. It has its own culture. It does. It had its own like culture. Has its own like unique atmosphere and blend. It looks really cool. I'm very, very excited for Metaphor ReFantazio. I think it's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be awesome. But we are going to move on. We did talk about Star Fox. We are going to move on to the next thing here, guys. Let's discuss the final topic before we get to Q&A. Deca Police. So we do have a confirmed level 5 Vision event that's going to be going down. So let me go on Gematsu so we can get the details. So it's going to be September 24th. September 24th, level 5 Vision to the world's children. I talked about this in a video recently. And it's going to be September 24th at 21 JST. That is 5 a.m. PT, 8 a.m. Eastern time. So if you guys are excited about that, check it out, of course. I think it's really cool. I think it's going to be a good show. Deca Police is going to be there. And not only is Deca Police going to be there, Fantasy Life, Professor Layton, and the New World of Steam, and a completely new title. I theorize that it could be Yokai Watch, but some people think it's not going to be that. Some people think it's going to be something completely different. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to Deca Police though. That's the big game. We're going to get more information on Deca Police, and this is also exciting because Switch 2 might be announced by then. So if Switch 2 is announced by then maybe we might get some of these games. Talk about, hey, these are going to be on the next Switch successor, right? So there's also that. So I think that'd be pretty cool if Nintendo finally just announces the bad boy, right? Like, finally, let's just get that going. I think that'd be cool. So level 5 Vision event should be fun. Should be fun. Nintendo skipping TGS. They're not going to be skipping TGS in terms of like business, no. I don't know if they're going to have like booths and all that set up, but they're definitely going to be there business wise. Absolutely. Announce Switch 2, Nintendo. Announce it now. Announce it now, or suffer the consequences. Announce it. I think at this point it'd be good just so people can stop talking about it. Just so we can stop like, I mean, yeah, we'll still get the speculation and we'll still get all that stuff, but at least it won't be as bad, you know? Make sure you guys hit that like button though. Hit that like button. If you have not, we're at 128 likes. Let's see if we can get to 150 likes. 150 likes. Let's go. Hope Switch 2 launches the see-through Joy-Cons or the tablet itself. See-through Joy-Cons. Okay. All right. Let's see here. What's up, Luis? Is Deca Police exclusive? No, it's not exclusive. It's coming right now. The confirmed platforms are Switch, PC, PS4, and PS5, I think. Yeah, those are the confirmed platforms. The last time Star Fox was early for a Nintendo console was Adventure, so it's highly unlikely. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be an early Star Fox game. Yo, 7 moments. Hey, looking good, my man. Thank you so much for the tune-in tier pledge. Welcome back to the Elite Ninja Village. Thank you so much for the tune-in tier. We are going
Even further beyond.
Yo, we are 14 away from that. Another bonus stream. Let's get it. Excuse me. Let's get it. Shout outs. Thank you so much for the membership. 520 members. This is our highest member count, I guess, in like the last month or so. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. I guess I'll show real quick. That tune-in tier, it's only $1. So if you enjoy my live streams, you enjoy the content on here, consider supporting the channel through memberships. !member, all lowercase. Just type in !member. If you want to join up, $1 membership, you get emotes. You get a badge. These are all custom emotes that evolve as you stay on. For example, 7 moments. He has a pure eye that's 2 years. You'll see 3-year, 4-year badges and higher. You also have what's it called? Like I said, cool emotes that we have set up, and we have our private Discord as well that you can come play games with the community, talk, all that good stuff. And once we get Switch 2 stuff rolling, obviously that's going to be big for multiplayer. So thank you guys for the support. Shout outs. I don't miss see-through controllers back in the day. No, I mean, I really don't. House Gang, I'll be honest, I don't think that's like, oh my gosh, it's see-through. Like that's something that's cool. That's like, I don't know, like when you're like 5 or 6 or 7, or like when you're a child, like, oh wow, it's like X-ray. But I don't find X-ray or see-through like pencils or pens or devices. Like I don't find those like cool. I'm just being honest. Like, here's my case. My case is a standard black case, like with a cool little imprint design on it on my phone, right? So I mean, I don't necessarily find all that cool anymore. But that's just me. Let's see here. Simeon Quinn with the 100 core crystals says, more blessings for me to you. Stay humble. My music request, Octopi Traveler, CFT Smoke Signals. All right, shout outs. Thank you so much, Simeon Coin. Thank you for the core crystals, man. Appreciate that. Let's go. 87 on the board. Let's get it. Predictions on when Deca Police will drop. I mean, I'm gonna make a prediction on when it'll drop, and then it'll be delayed. So that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna make a prediction on when it's gonna drop, and I'm gonna be like, cool, and then they're gonna delay it. So I don't want to jinx it. You know, I don't want to jinx it. But I'll say this: I think Deca Police is gonna drop early 2025. I think it's gonna be like I'm gonna say February 2025. February 2025. Or no, not February. I'm gonna go with like summer 2025. Summer. Shout out Simeon Coin. Thank you for the 100 core crystals, brother. Appreciate that. 87 on the board. Let's go. We going
Even further beyond.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with summer 2025. So yeah. Yeah, it's kind of novel. It's like a novel thing. Like, oh wow, see through, like you can see right through the. But yeah, now I'm kind of more about just like a cool color that I like for example, or like designs. Like, you know, this Tears of the Kingdom controller is okay. It's all right, you know. But outside of that, I mean, I got the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 controller. Like, those are more cool to me than like see through. That doesn't really matter to me. Like, themed controllers are more cool. This year is way too packed. Yeah, this year's, well, they delayed Fantasy Life from October, so I don't think Deca Police is gonna drop before Fantasy Life. So I think Fantasy Life might drop like February. So I think maybe we get Deca Police probably like summer 2025. That's what I'm guessing. That's what I'm guessing, but we'll see. But in fact, me and that bum 7 moments used to work at the same job in 2017 to 2011. Just kidding. It's kind of cool. Nice. I didn't know that. Yo, let's go. What's your opinion on Nintendo skipping Virtual Console this generation? It would have been nice if you're able to actually have it, but to be honest, I don't care about Virtual Console, and I'm not going to sit here and act like I do, because I have Nintendo Switch Online and I don't play the games. I'm looking through back at my Virtual Console for like the Wii U, and I barely played those, so I don't really play them. I mean, it would have been cool, don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to act like I was a big fan of Virtual Console. I was in the Wii era. I used to sit there and play games in the Wii era, but not anymore. I just don't have the time to be sitting here and playing the same games I've already played and beat a million times. If I want to like play new games, you know, like, because like I like RPGs and RPGs take time, so I'd rather spend that time playing a new RPG than sitting there playing old games that I've already beat a million times. So yeah, I'm not really big on Virtual Console, so I don't really care. It's fine by me to, you know, do that, because I'm going to play for the Nintendo Switch Online anyway. So to get those classic games with it, to where I don't have to say, oh wow, this game, like I already have this game, or I want this game even though I'm not going to play it, but I want this game because I had it before. You know, I can just have it on that service. But I think that they should offer a way to buy it separately. But I'll be honest, I wouldn't buy them, and I wouldn't play like a lot. I have a purple see-through controller that came with my N64 when I bought it, but yeah, that was like 20 something years ago. That was like cool. Like it's not cool anymore. House King, like see-through controllers aren't like anything new. It's just, and they're usually like, they usually break faster and cheaper, it seems like to me as well. So like, that stuff, like when you were a kid, maybe it was cool, but I mean, do you really think see-through controllers are still like cool now? Like, is that like, are you like, oh my gosh, it's so cool, like a see-through? Come on, you're not serious, are you? Or are you just, I think you're joking, right, House King? I don't think like you think that's like that's like super cool, like to have that, or like I said, it was cool back then because like nobody did it, so it was like, oh wow, that's new, but it's like, it's been there, done that, you know. We've already been there, done that. Who cares? I'd rather have like theme controller instead, you know, like give me like a cool Zelda themed controller, or like a cool Mario themed controller, or like a cool Xenoblade controller, or something like that, right? So yeah. Yo, what's up, Vice, with the big $10? It seems like I've missed a lot of upcoming releases. I hope everything's been well. Everything's been good, Vice. Yo, I was just thinking about you the other day, brother. Thank you for the big $10, man. I appreciate that. 97 on the board. Let's go. Appreciate that, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yo, we out here. Yo, we go, and we doing this too. Let's do it. Shout outs, man. So yeah. Combo breaker. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You don't like the Switch's Pro controller see-through black cover, makes it look cheap. I mean, it's not really. You can't really see through it though, can you? Like, it's like transparent on the top, and there's like some stuff that you can see, but it's not really like see-through like the old controllers. Where's my? Oh, I don't have it. But yeah, it's not quite see-through like that. Like it's like a little bit of a transparency. Like you can see some of like the workings of the controller, but it's not see-through like what's it called? Like House Gang just talked about, like the N64 controller was. You know, it's not like that type of see-through. Shout out to Vice. Thank you for the big $10 though. But yeah, I mean, obviously, like if you look at this controller, it's not like that at all. Like any of the theme controllers are not like that. It's just like the stand. Actually, no, they kind of are. If you kind of, yeah, a little bit of like transparency on them, but they're not actually see-through though. Let's see, are you picking up Sparking Zero on PS5 or waiting for Switch 2? Nah, I'm not waiting for Switch 2. I'll just probably get a PS5 copy of the game. So yeah. Jeff Grubb said he thinks the Switch 2 will release holiday 2025. He's wrong. It'll definitely release before then. I mean, everybody has their theories on when it could release. It could be that time, or it could be earlier. It could be later. So yeah, it all depends, man. It all depends. There's lots of different stuff that it could do. So, or that it could come out. All sorts of stuff that could happen. So yeah. Are you picking up? But yeah, I'll pick up Sparking on PS5. I'll just get it on there. I mean, if it comes out on Switch 2, then I'll just get it on. I mean, I'll probably get like a review code for it or something. So yeah. Just want them to announce it. You don't care when it comes out. They announced that it's coming out in 4 years. Like they announced that it's coming out 2 years later, like they did with the N64. Well, it got delayed. It was supposed to be 1995, but then it got, I think, delayed to 96 or 96 to 97 or whatever it was. So yeah. Pressing nonstop for that collector's edition. Which collector's edition? Hey, what's up, Ryan Tyler VO? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? So, what is good? Sparking Zero. Oh, Sparking Zero. Sparking Zero. Yeah. Is the collection edition sold out? I didn't know. Good, had a day with little dudes, got some weeds pulled. Okay. Nice, nice. Let's go. Oh, so I had a good shout outs though. Console and its capabilities. Let's go. Jacob just back with the $3. Yes, sir. Here he goes. Limit break. Let's get it, baby. You guys know the deal. We going.
Even further beyond.
And now, and it's not just further beyond, boys and girls. It's not just further beyond. We out here with the hour. I mean, which we were going to hit that anyway. With the bonus stream. Let's go. No, that's the bonus stream. The limit break bonus stream. Let's do it. Shout out to Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Let's go. And then Ren out back with the $5. Let's go, Ren out.
Hey OJ.
Hey.
Can I get Flash Your Fighting Spirit from Trails into Reverie?
Yes, you can. Thank you so much. Shout outs to Jacob Dressback with the $3 limit break, and also Ren out with the $5. Ninja Peach, let's go. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. We have it. Oh my gosh. I've got to find a day where we just I gotta do it. It's gotta be soon. I'm gonna get overrun with the bonus streams. We gotta do it. We gotta knock them all out. Otherwise, we gotta have like just a day. No day off this week, man. Only one day off this week. Sunday, only one day off this week. Outside of that, we gotta go Wednesday. I usually take Wednesdays off or whatever. No day off this week. We're gonna do another stream. So we gotta knock out some of these. They're 1 hour for these bonus streams, so we gotta knock out at least half of them. At least half of them. All right, shout outs though. Big love to Rena. I appreciate it. I think we have six. We have 6 bonus streams that we have to do. So if I do an extra stream this week where I do 3 hours, we can knock out half of them. So I usually take Wednesdays off, or I take one day off during the week. I will not. I will just work straight through, and I'll take Sunday off. So it's all good. I can do it this week, guys. I'm actually feeling pretty good. So we can do it this week. We can do it. All right, let me get this next track, though. Flash Your Fighting Spirit from Chelsea to Reverie. All right, let's do it. Flash Your Fighting Spirit. Okay, thank you so much, Ren. I appreciate that. Let's go. Big love. Can you go over the schedule for OJ's day off? Yeah, the schedule, there is no schedule. It's just sleep and eat and take care of my boy. Are you getting match detective rain code plus? Probably not at launch, but I'll get it. 24-hour stream. OJ dies on stream. What's up, Commander DMB? Are you getting the next Switch title? You're getting the next Switch title. I'm getting day 1. The next Switch title probably Echoes of Wisdom. That comes out this month, so probably that game. Finally got around to playing Sea of Stars. Very good so far. Is Chained Echoes just as good? Yeah, Chained Echoes is just as good, if not better. Watch my I got reviews on both of those though, so watch my review on Chained Echoes. So and I don't know if I might stream Echoes of Wisdom day 1. I might stream it. I've got to do some. I'm doing a video on a Mio, so I'm gonna do a video on a Mio. So I gotta get that. I gotta get working on that really. What's up with this new Zelda? What's up with it? They essentially announced Hero Mode, which you can play as, obviously you play as Zelda, but you can have it to where Hero Mode hearts don't hearts don't regenerate. Like you can't get them out of like the little bins and all that stuff, like the pots. And the damage is double, like, and it's definitely double damage. So that's good. It's a good thing. They got a hard mode from the beginning. Shells in the Sky should be exclusive. There's no point in releasing on Xbox, and Sony always get gatekeeping third-party developers, so let's just take this one L. I don't think it should be exclusive. I think it should be on Xbox. Sorry, it should be on, at the bare minimum, PC as well. PC, I mean, at the bare minimum. But I think it should be on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC if they can. And Switch. But, you know, it's their game. It's their company. They can do what they want. They have their financials, so... But the last one was hard as hell. No, you're just bad at the game, Commander DMB. Link's Awakening isn't a hard game. You're just not very good at it. You know. Don't need to project. You said many gave up. No, you gave up. It's not hard. Like, little kids can beat the game. Kids beat it back in the day on the Game Boy. Kids beat it in today's day. What are you projecting for? The game's not hard. You're just not good at the game, which is fine. Like... It's fine. If you're not good, you got to get good. Tears of the Kingdom? I don't know why we're not talking about Tears of the Kingdom. We're talking about Echoes of Wisdom. Tears of the Kingdom came out more than a year ago. So yeah. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom, it's like it can be a little challenging, but would I say that it's like really hard? No. I mean, it can be a little challenging, yeah, but nothing that you can't overcome. Yeah, but we're not talking about Tears of the Kingdom. Like, we're talking about Echoes of Wisdom. So I don't know, what are you bringing up Tears of the Kingdom difficulty for? I don't get it. What's the, what do you... Tears of the Kingdom is a lot harder than Breath of the Wild, in my opinion. I beat both. I think the depths make Tears of the Kingdom harder. Just that alone makes Tears of the Kingdom harder than Breath of the Wild. You know? At least the first playthrough. I don't know about Master Mode. Luis M with the Ninja Peach!
I recently found your channel and you quickly became one of my favorite creators.
Hey, let's go.
Never change.
Thank you so much, Luis. I thought you've been here for a bit. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We going.
Even further beyond.
And of course, that
combo breaker.
Yes, sir. Combo breaker. We breaking that combo. Let's go. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that, Luis. And yeah, man, I mean, I'm me. Everybody that has watched my channel from the beginning, you guys know how I do it here. Thank you guys. Big love for the 110. Yo, the combos. We out here tonight. We out here tonight. I wonder if they'll ever make a 3D, I think you meant 3D Zelda, where you play Zelda primarily. I mean, never say never. I mean, maybe, but probably not anytime soon. Yeah, I don't think Tears of the Kingdom is like Dark Souls or anything like that. Nah, it ain't that hard. Nah, not even close. Nah, Tears of the Kingdom ain't Souls like, nah. You're just not good at, you're just not that great at the game, Commander DMB, which is okay. Nothing wrong with that. You got to get good, man. But no, it's definitely not as hard as Souls games. I mean, I did get one-shotted when I first went to the depths like a couple times. I got like one-shotted, but it's not like super hard, you know? DSP called Tears of the Kingdom a Dark Souls for babies, then rage quit the game. I think he actually beat the game. There was a video I watched of him beating the game. But I mean, yeah, he was really bad though. I mean, he was stuck at Ganon for like 2 hours. Excuse me. He was like stuck on the final boss for like 2 hours. So I think I died. I don't think I even died once on the final boss. I think I was able to get through it, but I had enough healing and enough stuff to where I didn't die. I think the next 3D Zelda game is probably not going to be like Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild. I think it's going to be kind of a mixture. I think it's going to echo a lot of the stuff that Echoes of Wisdom does, where there's definitely some Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild stuff manipulation, but then there's also like some traditional stuff. I think it's going to be a better blend. Let's see, if you're stuck on Ganon for 2 hours, just put the sticks down. You got to persevere. You got to persevere. You know, he did that. He persevered, dude. He got through it. So you got to keep going, man. You got to have that. But man, his outfit looked ridiculous. He didn't have enough hearts. His outfit looked ridiculous. It was pretty funny watching him play. It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. It was definitely a poverty build. It was absolutely a poverty build. 1000% a poverty build. Like 1000%, man. It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny, I gotta admit. No pun intended. I'm just saying it's. I'm not saying because it's hybrid because Nintendo Switch is hybrid. I'm just saying it's gonna be a hybrid of, you know, older 3D Zelda games and probably Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. I think it's gonna shock a lot of people though. I think it's gonna be a really shocking game. I think it's gonna be where people are gonna be blown away by how it looks, and the hype and lead up to the game is probably gonna be nuts. So yeah, it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good. Let's see here. How come you never collaborate with David RPG? How come you never collaborate with David RPG? Sakaguchi will direct and it'll be it'll be I think rated M. Yeah, that's not happening. That's not happening. Let's see here. It'll be announced in 2026 and not be out till 2029. I think the next Zelda game, I think they started working on it in 2022. They were only optimizing Zelda Tears of the Kingdom for the last year, so I think they were done with it in 2022. It could have launched in 2022, but they kept it on for a bit so they can optimize it. So I think they probably started working on it right away, the next Zelda game. So I'm guessing, I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna give it 4 years of development. So I'm gonna say it comes out 2026. I'm gonna say it's announced sometime in late 2025 and it comes out in 2026, or it's announced in 2026 and comes out in 2026, or it's announced in 2026 and maybe goes 2027. So yeah, but I think it's gonna be, it's definitely gonna be, I think they started working on, because like that's why they didn't do DLC. They didn't do any DLC, they didn't do anything for Tears of the Kingdom. They just got straight to work on the next game. So I think 2022 when it started, so, and they actually already hinted that they're like, you know, like we got some stuff for the next game. Like they've actually already hinted that. So I think they're already working on it from 2022. So I'm going to guess 2026, 2027. Why don't you ever put how it would be that game on? Why don't you ever put how it would be that game on? Why don't you do that? Why don't you ever shout out that person, Commander DNB? Why don't you ever do that? Why don't you ever become a member on the channel? Why don't you become a member? Why are you asking stupid questions? I don't know. Have you ever, have you and the Sponcast ever played Four Swords together? No. I don't want to play Four Swords with those bums. No, we have not played Four Swords together. And I do not want to play Four Swords with them. No offense, they're the homies. But I do not want to play Four Swords with RGT and freaking John Spawnwave. No. I don't think we might get, I do think we might get a 2025 Zelda game for Switch 2. I just don't know what it would be. I mean, it could be like a smaller game, or it could be like a remaster or remake. But yeah, at the end of the day, I don't really know what it's really gonna be, you know. So yeah. Is it gonna be a physical edition of Fantasian? Yes. Have you played Drink Mario Party together? No. No, it's okay, Commander DMB. You're just asking me all these questions. Why don't I talk to this person, this person, this person? This is silly. Why are you asking me all these questions? Like, if I talk to them one of these days, I'll talk to them. There's not any reason. It's just I don't. So if I ever do, if we ever do collaborate, then that's fine. You know? So yeah. Yes, I've been to five. Yes, I've been to Five Guys. Let's see here. About how long do you think we have to get through Metroid Prime Trilogy before Prime 4 releases? I think Prime 4 is going to release first half of 2025. So I think they'll probably announce it. Like, hey, you can get these games and then like shadow drop them, and then you'll be able to get Prime 4 like a couple months afterwards or something like that. So that's what I think, at least. That's what I think. We'll see though. Take it easy, Astral's off the chain. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Can we get in-game voice chat for Switch 2? Switch 1, depending on what game has in-game voice chat. So yes, I think that there will be that. And if you're talking about like through the system itself, it's possible. But most of the third-party games have in-game voice. Like I know Fortnite has it. I've used it in Fortnite. So developers will either build it into their games or there'll be some way to get it done. I just thought there was beef behind the scenes. Why would there be beef behind the scenes? I've never talked about any of those other creators on this channel that much. So why would there be beef? Like, based off of what? Not every creator talks to each other. So why is there beef? You're just making up stuff. You do not need to start hurrying through games, Volcanic. Just when it comes out, set aside the time and play. Do we think Brock Purdy gets better this year? Does he have or has the league figured him out? I don't really think it's about figuring him out. He has really good pieces around him. So if they figure him out, then they figured Shanahan out. And Shanahan has proved that they have not figured him out yet. And he's been an offensive coordinator or offensive guru in this league for a decade plus now, right? It's been a while. So if they figure out Brock Purdy, that means Shanahan's been figured out. So if Purdy has a bad year, that's on Shanahan. Let's see here. Sup, players? Did you see PH Brazil go back on his word and say Switch 2 might not get revealed this year? I did not see that. If that's the case, then yeah, that's interesting for sure. That's interesting. Maybe it doesn't. Let's see. 49ers always have major injuries to important players. They actually didn't have major injuries to any important players last year. And even all of their Super Bowl years, they never really had any major injuries to important players. In most of their runs, actually, they've been relatively healthy over the past 5 years. Yeah, there's been some times where they get nicked up, but they really haven't been that bad. There was only 1 year that they were pretty bad. 1 year, I think the year Garoppolo got hurt, and then there was 1 year where Bosa got hurt, like first game of the year. So yeah, they weren't that great those years, but for the most part, they've actually been relatively pretty healthy, all things considered. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, they've been to how many? They've been to 2 Super Bowls and 4 NFC championships in the last 5 or 6 years. So I mean, if you make it to that many championship games, you're relatively healthy. You're not really having serious injuries all over the place every year, because you're going to need those guys to get to the championship game. So they've been pretty good. They've been pretty good health-wise. Just, you know, knock on wood. Hopefully nothing happens this year. Niners walk to the Super Bowl this year. The NFC is definitely not trash, and no, it's never a cakewalk to the Super Bowl. Detroit Lions are going to be good. I think the Rams are going to be good. Obviously, the Cowboys are going to be good. There's going to be a number of good teams. I think the Falcons are going to be better this year as well. So I think that there's quite a number of teams that are going to be solid in the NFC. The Green Bay Packers definitely got better as well. So no, I don't see that as walking through at all. Absolutely not. No, the NFC's not. I don't know what you guys are talking about. The NFC was super competitive last year. They've got great teams, good quarterbacks. So I don't know what you guys are. I don't know if you guys didn't watch NFC football last year, but if you watched NFC football last year, there was a lot of high quality football being played at a high level. Between, like I said, the Lions, between the Cowboys, between the Packers, there was some good stuff. So yeah, like I said, the Falcons are definitely going to be better this year. They're absolutely going to be better this year with Cousins and with the revamped defense, new coaching staff. They've got better players all around. So yeah, absolutely not. And I think Rams were good last year. They're going to be good this year too. They're going to be good this year. I think the Rams are going to be better than what people are thinking that they're going to be. So yeah. Carolina Panthers will be better than last year, but that's not saying much. I can see your comments, Mr. Davis. What's good? Cowboys haven't played championship game in 30 years. Eagles are toast. Stafford is 74 years old. Niners are miles ahead. That's such a basic level analysis. If you watch the film last year, Stafford did not play like a 74-year-old. Stafford played better than many quarterbacks younger than him. Stafford had a phenomenal season last year. It was a very, very good season Stafford had. So he's not playing like he's old. And I don't know if you've looked at Stafford, but if you look at Stafford, he looks younger and healthier now than when he did when he first got into the league. Go take a look. Go look at Stafford at his rookie photo and look at Stafford now. He has more muscle. He's quicker. He's more agile. He's better than when he was younger. So I don't think that even matters. He spins the ball just as good. His arm is just as strong. Stafford looked great last year. And like I said, he's taking care of himself body-wise. He looks fantastic. So I don't think that matters. In terms of Cowboys not playing championship ball in a while, it doesn't matter. They still have Dak. They still have a good defense. They still got good players. They're still going to be a good team. I mean, yeah, they're not going to win a championship, but they're still going to have a good team. Like they're still going to have a 10-win plus team as well. Yeah, they're not going to win, but most people don't win. You know, the only people that have been winning have been freaking the Chiefs. Outside of that, nobody else really wins in the last 5 years. Chiefs, and when Tom Brady and the Chiefs. That's it. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Rams got one title in between them. So yeah. I don't think the Niners are miles ahead. The Niners shouldn't have even went to the Super Bowl last year. They should have lost to Detroit. They should have lost to the Lions last year. They got lucky that they won that game. They got lucky that they won that game. How are you OP and you should have lost that championship game to get to the Super Bowl? How are you OP? That doesn't make any sense. The Lions should have beat them. So yeah. OJ, would you like a Super Metroid remake or just another Metroid 6? A new game's fine or a remake's fine, but give me a new game. You're gonna watch the Niners when they come to Miami December 22nd? Nice, let's go. Thank you. Stefan Burrell says, I love the channel. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Platinum Games working on Star Fox again? That'd be crazy. I don't think they're going to. But yeah. I would love to. I think they're working on a new Fire Emblem game. Or at least the Fire Emblem 4 remake. That's coming. Fire Emblem 4 remake is coming. Like, I just don't know when. But you know what I do know, guys? We're going to wrap it up here because we've hit our bonus when it comes down to it. So thank you guys so much for the content. And thank you guys for the stream and for the support today. Today was nuts. So I appreciate you guys coming out and dropping some big love and support on the stream. Thank you so much for your support, guys. You guys mean the world. You guys are awesome, for real. Seriously, thank you guys so much for your support. Seriously. We will be back tomorrow with another stream. We had 2 big videos today, so make sure you guys go watch some of those vids. If you haven't seen those vids, go watch the vids today. Black Myth Wukong and Deca Police. I'm going to share my Deca Police one. So thank you guys so much for coming out to today's stream. I do appreciate it. So thank you guys so much. Big love to Vatsa and the streamers, the Hokage and Shunja. And thank you guys for getting the Elite Ninjas back up to 520. Let's see if we can carry some momentum into this week. So let's go. So thank you guys so much for everything. I appreciate that. Seriously, thank you guys so much. Yo, Tall Man. Yo, what's good, man? So I appreciate that. Yeah, Commander DMB, you're a weirdo, bro. I'm married. You're the one who is single by yourself. So I'm 24 hours. Talk about, are you attracted to him? We're talking about football. What's wrong with you? You don't even know who Stafford is, dude. You don't watch no football. You ain't never thrown a football in your life. All right, moving on. So thank you guys so much for coming out to the stream. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for being awesome. I appreciate you guys coming through. This guy's a weirdo, dude. Spamming 15 million comments per second here. Don't talk about football. Shut your nerd ass up, bro. I'll talk about whatever I want on my stream. I was ignoring it too, but then he starts trying to throw shots in there, so I'm gonna throw a shot back. Freaking weirdo, dude. Go sit down. Take your meds, dude. Take your Ritalin. Goodness gracious. All right. So thank you guys so much for coming out to the stream, though. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. If you haven't seen my most recent video, check out my most recent video. Talk about Deca Police level 5. What's going on there? Yeah. Put a link into there as well. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming out to the stream. Thank you guys for being awesome. And sorry for the cussing at the end, man. That dude, like I said, I was just holding it back. That dude's been annoying this whole stream, bro. He's been kind of like low-key annoying. I was holding it back. I was trying to be nice. But now he's gonna start taking shots like that. I gotta take a shot back. We gotta time him out. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to cuss like that. But that dude's being low-key annoying as hell. I was just ignoring it. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being awesome. And we'll see you guys for the next one. All right. Peace out.